the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original eSport racing game. This is iRacing.
Alright, race fans, welcome. We're live tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's right, for the Sim500 All-Star event here tonight. Gonna be a good one as we got a slew of things, and please bear with myself because, you know, I'm old and sometimes, man, forget a lot. But we're gonna get this right as Justin Fuller here and Joey Katina here and the rest of the Sim500 gang has put on a good show tonight here for the All-Star race. It's going to be interesting because they're going to run it just like a real All-Star. But I'm Joe White up here in the booth, and I'm cutting by an old friend up here, man. I tell you what, he's been up here several times with me before. I call him Jay Weezy. Gerald, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Joe, man. It's good to be back. It's going to be awesome here. The All-Star races are always a lot of fun, so I think we're going to have a good time here.
Oh, man, absolutely. I tell you what, we're in the middle of qualifying right now. And actually got a few more seconds. And what this is the opener of it. And anybody's ever watched real NASCAR style racing, which hopefully if you're watching iRacing tonight and you're watching this, you're a NASCAR fan. But if you've watched it, then you'll kind of get the gist of what we're about to see and what we're about to do right here. But let's get these guys up for the start of the opener. These are the guys looking to try to get into the All-Star race. J.D. Lard is the man putting it out front. Jason Barham right there starting in second. Nick Timms, well, I tell you, finally got his name right now. He said it in a long time, but that's cool. Starting in third, Steve Goschalk sitting in fourth. We got Jason Jabucky. He is right there in fifth place. We got Gail Brooks sitting in sixth, seventh place starter. Shane Ewing, there we go. And I remember Mom being out there all the time cheering him on. Randy Yoakum up in the eighth spot. Ninth place starter Scott Simley. Always called him Smiley. And then Dwayne Vincent rounds out the top 10s. We look through the rest of this field. Like we said, it's going to be 3 stages. Lap 15, another 15, and then a 10-lap shootout. And each winner from each one of those will get a shot to go to the All-Star race. It's going to be a thrilling event here.
Yeah, they're also going to pocket $10, you know, for each stage. So these stage winners are going to not only benefit by, you know, making it to the actual All-Star race, but, you know, they're going to put a little cash in their pocket.
Oh, yeah, it's always good. I'll tell you what. Now, you know, I'm wondering something, though. What if they have the same stage winner each time?
That's a good question, Joe.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. Huh? All right, Justin, if you're listening, man, did you think about that one? What if you have the same stage winner every single time? I guess they'll go like to the second place or the first guy who hasn't won one. I guess but what I'm trying to get at is you talked about the money. Hey, if you win all 3 stages, guess what? You're $30 richer.
Yeah, and also they might have it to where if you win a stage, you just come on down pit road, though, you know. So we'll have to get an update from our admin here. But yeah, you know, it's gonna be good. Looks like they're rolling off.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, it's a good field out here tonight. These Sim500 guys, man, it's good to be back up here in the booth with these guys. It's been a while since we've brought the action to you with these gentlemen. A Charlotte Motor Speedway here, the new iRacing style Charlotte Motor Speedway, as they did a kind of repave, redo here on iRacing about a couple builds back or whatnot. So it ought to be interesting as you see the nighttime sky, and it looks like they're going to actually go in from the evening to the night and turn the lights on this track here tonight as we're getting set for the All-Star. 40 laps. Now, like I said, it's going to be 15 laps, throw a caution, another 15 laps so forth, so on. If I'm not mistaken, they might not throw a caution, but we'll just have to see. Kind of, like I say, bear with us, folks, man. We'll get information as we go on.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll throw some cautions out. But I see a lot of familiar names, a lot of fast drivers, and we're looking to have a good one here. I guarantee you that one.
Absolutely. But tell you what, what's up in there, Joshua? How y'all doing out there? Getting set to go green flag racing as the lights off on the pace car. Here we go. Out of turn 4. Going to take that hard left turn off on pit road, and some bad boys out here, and I call them the monster machines. The cup cars are about to hammer down here as the green flag flies. We're racing at Charlotte.
Look at the 46 get out front, man. The problem with that is these guys are pack racing these new cars, man. They get to race in a box, so to speak, you know. So they're going to draft up to him. He won't get out too far on them. But it looks like they're starting to get single file here early, so they're playing it smart.
Absolutely. Out front, J.D. Laird. He's the man that wants to hold on to that top spot and win this first deal here. You know, normally I would say holding back would be the thing. And folks know we're not doing 235 laps that you see up there on the ticker. Yes, so what they're going to do is they're going to throw a caution at lap 15, and then the caution laps are not going to count. But once we go back to green, obviously from that point on it'll be another 15. So that's how they're going to do it. But you already see the draft playing a factor here. Crash.
Big trouble for a couple drivers. Actually, 2 separate accidents happened right there.
Let's go back. It actually is going to be on Dwayne Vincent. He's going to be one of the first guys there involved in it. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, he just lost that thing. I mean, the thing came out from under him.
Yeah, a little bit further back, though, is where the actual caution came out. I believe it was contact between the 92. 92 got into the 06, and it caused a lot of cars to get caught up in that one.
Well, let's go back and watch the 92, because that would actually be Mike Grandy. Go back one more time here. Mike Grandy right there. And it might be a product of that car in front of him. They had to, oh yeah, got into the 6. You're right, you said, man, it got right into the back end, and man, that was a pile up. And I've always said it, virtual parts free on eBay.
Yeah, and it's going to take out some good cars. You know, 3 or 4 or 5 cars got caught up in that. These guys don't have any more cars out there, so unfortunately that's going to end, you know, a lot of these guys' nights, especially the 7 for sure. I think Jeff Ryan took it behind the wall, and also Dwayne Vincent. Doug Sigmund, he might be able to get his car fixed up a little bit, but it's definitely going to hurt him.
Yeah, I hate to see that on his end. Not a good night for him. Not a night that he wants to see, man, already. But action already on the track. And I tell you what, I got to go back to, you know, that's as much as these guys have grip. And, you know, we've heard the new package with the Cup car. And I know you've heard, you know, Gerald, et cetera. Everybody in iRacing has, everybody in NASCAR has. What we saw right there with the one car, though, of Dwayne, I mean, that thing just stepped out from under him. Is that something maybe that this track with this package they're going to have a problem with?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nothing you see. It's not very common. You know, they got a lot of grip. That big spoiler, it applies a lot of downforce to the rear end of the car. And, of course, the track temperature plays a little bit of a role in that. But it's not real hot out there. Usually the hot conditions, you know, trigger it to be real slick. So not quite sure what happened there. It could be a product of maybe a setup or a tire went down on him. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, you talk about temp-wise. Obviously, get some event info here. It's a 1.5 mile track, 4 turns, Charlotte Motor Speedway, showing 77 degrees and 78-degree track temp. So you're right, definitely not a hot track, in none the least. So definitely going to get set to go back green flag racing again, folks. This is the All-Star opener race. Now, after this, we will be changing to a different server, and the reason we're going to do that, and you know, obviously we're on a virtual world. But basically, we're going to be changing over, and we're going to do what they call the All-Star Qualifying, which is going to be pretty much like standard, and it's going to be unique because each car is going to come. It's like 22 cars, I believe, is going to try to qualify. They're actually going to take a lap around the track, and then they're going to take one speed run down pit road, stop. It's like a stop and go, and then take off, and then do one more lap around the track. So, in a nutshell, 3 laps total. To make a combined lap for their qualifying is what they're going to do, and that ought to be interesting to watch after we get done here. But again, we got to get to this. Now, he said caution laps after the first stage do not count.
Absolutely, yeah. And you're talking about the qualifying, man. That's probably one of the more that's probably what I want to see the most to here tonight, besides the All-Star race itself, or at least the last part of it. That's going to be a lot of fun watching them qualify. They get to come in, make a stop, take off. You know, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's not easy to come in and get as much as you can without making a mistake. So I expect to see a couple mistakes, but these guys, man, they're really good. So there might not be any.
Well, the past, I've watched these guys with the Cup cars. We watched them on Wednesday night before their Gerald for a whole season, man, in the trucks. A lot of familiar faces, like you said. We've seen some great, talented style racing in this league of the Sim500. I mean, you're talking about, we've seen 40-some cars. We're getting set to go back. Green flag racing pace cars in. Here we go, and I want to correct on something. The action, we're not counting caution laps until the last segment of 10 laps. As the green flag flies, back racing.
And that 46 knows how to get the hammer down. He gets out front there pretty quick.
Yes, he does. He gets out there. But remember, right before that caution, they ran him down. You alluded to it. You said that the draft plays a factor. You can already see him 2 and 3 wide. Man, I'll tell you what, look at Jason right there. He is slicing and dicing trying to come to the front.
Yeah, the 88 is on a tear right now, and he's coming up on him pretty quick here. He's going to be looking to his outside. He fakes high and moves down to the bottom here. What a move there by the 88.
Yeah, absolutely. Door to doors ahead in turn 1 right now. Jason Jabuki takes it to the front lead. Right now he's bringing a 32 with him. Shane Ewing. Well, I tell you what, the guy, man's got a good car out there. J.D. Laird's on the high side. But this is almost like a Talladega-style race. The draft plays a huge, huge factor here.
Absolutely. That's what, I was going to get at right before that. Oh, we got one loose off 4. He saves it. That was almost disaster for a few of those. Yeah, but, these guys that are running a little bit further back in the pack, I mean, don't worry about them. They can get up to the front. Oh, we got more trouble. The 6. Jonathan Lockhart goes around.
I'm going to tell you, let's go back on the replay. Yeah, I see the save right there you're talking about, but Jonathan Lockhart in that 6 car, again, did the same thing that Dwayne did. He went into the turn, and that thing just stepped out from under him. Unfortunately, had a little help from the 12, but... And then if you look at the 32 car, he is taking a unique way around. I went 32,
That's
34, excuse me, Sean Bounty. I went 30. Who was that?
Yeah, the 32 up on the
22.
wall there, but the 34 actually got caught up in that too, Sean Bounty. But yeah, man, that's one way to avoid it there, right up on the wall.
02, my bad. It's the 02. He did a unique way of going around the track. Watch this, folks. He was right there in front of it. Just happened to see him go by in the picture. And, he got loose. I'm going to tell you what, Gerald, I'm starting to see a lot of these guys go into the, that's kind of usually not what I'm used to seeing at Charlotte. I'm used to seeing these things being tight going into the turns. These guys are actually battling some heavy, loose cars, man, in the rear.
I would have to say the same thing. Yeah, it looks like these guys are having trouble keeping it under them. And, we've lost quite a few cars here so far. I believe there's, 6 or 8 cars that have been caught up in accidents. So there's going to be a couple out there with a little bit of damage.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, man. We're seeing what we're seeing right now. But I tell you what, you saw Jason Jabuki, man, come to the front, storming like a steaming demon. He came flying up through there, along with Shane Ewing in the mix. J.D. Laird back to 3rd. Obviously with 5 more laps to go, we should get this one. Let's get this one before the stage. I get confirmation from Justin if we're going to actually count these caution laps here.
Yeah, no, they're not counting these caution laps. They said until the last 10 laps of the final stage, you said?
Well, the last stage, I know he doesn't want to count them because he wants that stage to end. He doesn't want it to end on a caution, basically. He wants it he wants that thing to go green-white no matter what.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that for sure, yeah. But, Joe, we got a new leader, the 88, looking to keep it up front here, and he come with a little bit of force. He didn't take his time coming up in there. It was a nice little fake you know, to the high side there and then duck low. And I can appreciate a good move like that. And I expect to see a bunch more.
Well, he did it clean too when he come through there. Like you said, he was on a move and on a tear. Got that Toyota moving right there. Jason did. He also got Shane Ewing was behind him. J.D. Laird right there. Along behind him, Nick Timms, Mr. 9 times out there. Jason Barham, he's sitting in 5th place. Gail Brooks is 6th. Steve Goschalk, the Nerf man himself, up to 7th. Dwayne Beverly, the 8th. Mark Cretin, I hope that's how you say that last name there, sitting in 9th. And Nick Hurd rounds the top 10. You know, I just can't sit here, even with the move the 88 did, I really can't sit here and say whose race it's going to be. Because, I mean, if we can get this thing going on a green flag, whew, those guys were tight.
Yeah, and I did get a confirmation from the race admin. Caution laps do count in the first 2 stages.
Okay.
The final stage, no caution laps will count.
Okay, so it's going to be close here. We probably will go back green flag before lap 15, folks. And we should be okay. That's what I was thinking. It was the last stage, last 10, he wasn't going to count them. So the first 2, obviously, is going to be, you know, 2 and 2, basically. But we should be able to go back green here. We're going to have a couple laps to go before we hit to that lap 15.
Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, I think a lot of these guys trying to play it smart. Unfortunately, the problem with that is the trouble was happening a little bit further back, and usually it happens up, you know, closer towards the front around the 5th, 6th mark, where they're racing really hard and they in a box. You know, these cars with that high spoiler, you know, it gives you a lot of draft and a lot of downforce, but unfortunately here tonight, the downforce ain't there.
You know, and that's what we're just sitting here, and we're already seeing it. You know, I'm used to saying Charlotte gets tight after a while, and it's just one of these tracks where it gets really tight. Now, sometimes you can get loose maybe coming off the turn, but we're seeing guys go into the turn very, very loose. But again, with a cup car on a cool track that everybody has sit and said, oh, Lord, this thing is glued to the ground. We can wide open it. Maybe they're either overdriving the car. I don't know. But nonetheless, man, these guys got their hands full so far. It looks like we're going to set to go back green here. And I tell you what, man, these guys are getting geared up. Jason right there, he wants that first stage win. Maybe pocket him 10 bucks, but also locks his name into the All-Star race. Remember, whoever wins the stages here, stage 15, 15, and obviously the last lap with the 10-lap shootout, all 3 of those drivers are locked in. Now, they do have a fan vote. I think a lot of the drivers here have voted on who they want their favorite driver or fan to go in as we're getting set to go back. Green flag, here we go. Lights on off on the pace car. Pace car is in. Jason is going to try to do what he can do. Let's see if he gets a jump out like JD did, and he does. Another good jump right there by Jason. As already mixing it up, Nick Timms right down the back end of Shane Ewing. Shane Ewing's out of the turn down the bad stretch here with J.D. Laird. J.D. is trying to run down that number 88 as he blocks, takes the draft away. Here comes to the inside, the 32 again of Shane Ewing. Man, these guys are mixing it up, and they are all over the place coming out of the turn. These cars, man, look like they're skating on ice right now.
Yeah, Ewing's on a tear right now. Oh, contact. Trouble, big trouble.
That's going to do it. Jason Jabucki's going to win the first stage because that's going to put us into the caution. But let's go back on the replay. You just saw them up there mixing and matching, but you saw the 17 right there, Nick Timms, and the 46 machine was one. He got into the wall. When he bounced off the wall, nowhere to go. That was Nick Hurd. Wow. Just nothing actually could. I don't think that was Nick Hurd, my bad.
Yeah, that was big trouble for a lot of guys, Joe.
46,
so we're going to lose a lot more cars here on this one, at least 2 or 3.
Ouch.
But hey, man, congratulations to Jason Jacoby, the 88. Pulled off stage number 1. He's going to pocket $10 and lock himself into the Allstar race here coming up soon.
There it is. We got 246 cars out there. You see that?
Yeah. Actually, Nick Hurd, a little bit further back than the 46.
Yeah, and that's why I clicked on. I was trying to find who the one was there, but either way, another 46 machine is watching replay on the wreck here. Wow, you just saw, man, they were up there, man, just all over the place. And look who's going to come up. Shane Ewing's going to come up in second. Gail Brooks going to end up in third on this one. But, yeah, hard contact, unfortunately, there. Nick Timms, man, not the night he wanted. Was racing hard, had a good car. Now he's going to have to hope that somebody votes him in, I believe.
Yeah, and, I think we're down to 146 car now because, J.D. Lair caught up in that one. But the 46, I think, might have got a little bit lucky there because he did make contact, but I don't see any damage.
Well, either. I was going to see if Jason was in the team speak. I don't see him in here. To get a word with him. Probably get a word in with our second place driver here, Shane Ewing. Now, here's the thing, folks. Obviously, we're going to do our caution laps, and then we're going to go another 15 laps. So now we're going to have to keep our head on a swivel.
Yeah, it should put us at 35 the next stage.
Yeah.
They're doing 15.
I'll let the mathematician
15, right?
Gerald take care of that one.
The mathematician. I got a calculator here.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that. But my redneck was broke. All right, let's bring up Shane Ewing here, man, get a word with him. Shane, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you what, check this out. Shane Ewing, how's that? Got your last name still right and ain't said it in a long time.
Look at that. You're doing a good job, buddy.
Well, hey, you did an awesome job avoiding that wreck. I don't want to mess up your pit stop here, but I tell you what, you did an awesome job avoiding that wreck. Man, it looks chaotic out there from me and Gerald's point of view. But one thing we're noticing is from a car that has a lot of downforce, from a cool track, it looks like these things are slipping and sliding. Is it that slick?
No, it's just that tight. You're just that close together, and you try and put too much wheel in it, it'll get loose. But no, it's not really that loose. It's just everybody's just getting it, man. It's just this is hard.
y'all definitely like us having a lot of fun out there. We came out second tonight here in the first stage. You think you got anything, man, to win on this second one?
I would have if I'd have known when the hell to pit, but I'm a dumbass and I don't have a crew chief, so we're gonna go to the back of this second one and try and stay safe, and maybe we can sneak up to the third one and get us some. Car's fast, but everybody's fast, and everybody's crazy, and hopefully we're just a little bit more crazy than everybody else.
Hey, no doubt about it. All right, man, good luck out there. And I think what channel was you in again?
I was in Dizzy Motorsports.
Dizzy. All right, good luck out there, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, now we did find Jason. Okay. And find out where Jason is. Here we go. All right, so he's on pit road. So that is what they're going to do here, Gerald. Looks like they're actually going to put him on pit road. He won the first stage. We'll bring him up. Jason Jabucky, Joe in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, sir, I got you. How you doing?
Man, pretty good. And I tell you what, you look like a steaming demon coming through that field. Boy, you were on a roll and was not going to be denied in stage one for this win here tonight. How'd that car feel?
Boy, it felt really good, Joe. This is my first time that I know of driving a VRS setup, and they just handle so well. Like, you can full throttle these things for so long. And I was mentioning to my viewers that, I was surprised I was catching them that quickly because it is a full throttle setup. And I think everyone's just taking it easy, and I just went for it. And like one of my friends in chat, Phil, was saying, just kind of went for it, held it full throttle, and that's what got me up there.
Hey, Captain, send it, and that's what you had to do. And you sent it to the front and won it here tonight for stage one. Put you into the All-Star race. You think you got the car to win it?
Yes, sir. I think so. I just have to make the right moves. And if I do, we can put it in victory lane. And thank you so much to Justin for hosting this, all you guys, Sim500, and Sean Casa for putting up money. It's not $1 million, but even $1 would be awesome. Even none. This is just fun to be out here. So, but thanks to Sean for putting up a prize pool for us to win something here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully, I can get it done. I just got to make the right moves.
All right, get some donuts, man, and some water and some drink there, and get ready for the All-Star. Again, congratulations, there, Jason.
Thank you, sir. Have a good.
All right, I tell you what, as we're getting set here, stage 2 about to get set. We're going to be at lap 19 when they cross the line, so that'll actually put us at, 30, whatever your calculator says. Green flags in the air, Gerald.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. He sounded excited there, so,
yeah.
you know, and he made it sound like these guys are out there pushing, you know, and we can tell by the way they've been racing here so far. Here we go.
And you know what? He answered a lot of questions there. That Sean did about why we're seeing these guys. They're just pushing so hard that maybe they're pushing it over that grip limit. And, you know, that's a possibility too. But right now, Scott Stencil, the man out front. Now, I'm going to tell you what, Scott Stencil, he's actually a real NASCAR racer. Runs in the Truck Series in real life. But Matthew Welzenbach, well, I'm going to tell you what, I call him Mr. Super Speedway. He's right there. He wants that top spot, and he's got a good run so far.
Yeah, and he's got some help behind him. They're all lined up there on the inside. It looks like that's the preferred line as of right now. But the 9 of Bobby Wetzel getting it done on the high side. So, you know, it might be a high side line if they got a lift on the bottom. But the way that Jacoby was saying, it looks like they got a full throttle setup. He hit the apron there, slides up the track contact.
I reckon. No, caution. He held on to it. The 9 did. Actually, I think Bobby Wetzel went off down. He went off down to the infield, and that's actually going to keep us under caution. Keep us under green. But up front, you've got Mark Cretin. He's got Matthew Welzenbach all over his back deck lid. You can just see these guys, man, all over the place trying to do what they can. Gale Brooks right there in the mix. You got a 3-car battle for the lead.
Yeah, Creighton took over the lead here. He's got Welzenbach and Brooks behind him. So top 3, they're kind of separated from 4th there. Shane Ewing a little bit further back along with Scott Smiley, you call him, Simley. Top 5, man, looking good.
Yep, and Shane Ewing
spread it out a little bit, though, Joe.
They are, but I'll tell you what Shane Ewing said. He messed up on his pit stop, but look where he's at right now, 4th, and he's going to grab that draft as Matthew's trying to make it to the inside and going to take it side by side, 2x2 into the turn. He's going to the lead, Matthew Welzenbach. Now, he knows how to draft when it comes to a car, and he definitely knows how to take it to the front. He's going to lead this lap here, but hey, watch that number 32 there. He talked about he was in the pack back there, but he's on the move.
Yeah, and the 12 caught a little sniff of that draft. He's coming up with a good little run here, so yeah, I'd be watching out for Simley here. He might be on a mission.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now that number 80 car right there, I believe that's the 80 on the bottom there, it's Gale Brooks, 71. Got a lot of damage there. Might hinder him a little bit on the straightaways, and I think that's what happened when Shane pulled up to the back end of him. Shane's probably thinking if I could get to that high line, but Scott's right there. But man, you're seeing we've got a 5-car battle up front. This is awesome to see these guys nose to tail side by side. Almost look like a mini Talladega style race.
Absolutely, and you know, except for at Talladega, it would hurt you a lot more with that damage. Here at Charlotte, if you can stay in that draft, a little bit of damage won't hurt you. And right now, he's all tucked up behind Matthew Welzenbach.
Yes, he is. Matthew right now is utilizing the front side very, very well. In the 29, he's got Gale right there pinned to his back tailgate. But here comes the 32 of Shane. Shane is definitely will not be denied. He came in 2nd place. He's going to try for the lead. He's on the inside. He's got help with the 80 of Mark. Mark's right there going to go door to door. Is there going to be contact? No, but they stay clean coming out of the turn.
Yeah, and Welzenbach looking good up front. He's got to be on the lookout behind him. If he wants to keep these guys behind him, he's going to have to keep that car wide.
Yes, he is. Look at the 32 pinned to the back. Tailgate contact between they're in the wall. Oh, man, disaster for Shane Ewing right there is not what he wanted, but I tell you, that's what it is. It's all or nothing here tonight.
Yep, and we got a new leader, Joe. Gale Brooks, the 71, holding on to it. And what I said a while ago, here comes Simley. He almost got left out, but he caught a little bit of that draft, brought him back up in there. Now he's got a chance to win this stage, Joe.
He does, and I always called him, man, Scott Smiley. Right now, he's smiling from ear to ear because he's going to the high line, got a fast Traxxas machine, bringing it to the front. He's there. Down the back stretch, he knows he's got the horsepower. He's going into the turn. He's got that advantage because, like we said, the damage on Gale's car is going to hinder him just a little bit. Not like you said in the plate track, but it will just a little. And I think with Scott having a very, very clean car. Now, keep a hold of Mark back there. He definitely can grab that draft at any moment.
Oh, yeah, the 80 of Creighton's still in this one. But you're right, Joe. I think the 12's got an advantage over the 71 of Gale Brooks right now. But as long as Gale stays in the draft, he'll give himself a shot at winning this stage. We're coming up on lap 29.
Absolutely, lap
About
29.
5 to go.
5 to go. All right, yeah, we got my calculator over here. Gerald, he's going to keep us in tow here when we get the laps counting down. Right now, Scott Simley, the man out front, I call him Smiley, and he is definitely smiling. He is leading. He's got Gale sitting in second, Mark Cretin right there in third, Matthew Welsenbach sitting in fourth, who has just got in a little bit of contact. What's up, Nick? How you doing, Mr. CR? How y'all doing out there? Appreciate everybody tuning in because we're at Charlotte for the All-Star race. Sim500, we're in the opening right here, the opening. We've already had stage one. Jason Jabucky put it in victory lane for that one. He advances to the All-Star race. Right now, Scott Simley is a couple laps away from winning stage number 2.
Yeah, and it is looking good for him right here. It looks like the 80 of Creighton not getting the run that he wants. Either that or he's holding back here because he's they're on 4 to go right now. To be 3 to go at the line. And, Simley might be doing what you call him, Joe, smiling.
Absolutely. He definitely be grinning ear to ear as he just needs to keep the nerves in check right now as he's got that 12 machine. He's got the horsepower to get it done. Gale's doing everything he can to try to hold off Mark in the 80 machine. Unfortunately, Shane Ewing had it coming to the front, but we've said it before, it's all or nothing. One more shot he'll have with 10 to go. Like you said, when they come to the line here, should be, 2 to go now?
Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. Oh, 71 taps the outside wall. That's going to give him a little bit more advantage here. Looking really good for Scott Simley right here.
Absolutely right there, Scott, man. Outside looking good. The number 12 machine coming here to take the white flag one more time around Charlotte Motor Speedway here for the All-Star race of the Sim500. Scott Simley, the man out front here. He brought it to the front. Had a little bit of help, man, earlier on, but sometimes that's what you got to have. But he still had a fast machine. Down the bad stretch here, he's going to look to take stage number 2 if he can just hang on to it for 2 more turns.
Yeah, and the way that he drove stage number 2 here up to the front, and he's holding on to the lead, I'd say watch out for Simley here in the All-Star race, man. He's going to be one to reckon with.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to tell you right there, battle. Mark's not going to get it across the line for second. Gale Brooks is going to hang on, and Mark Cretin is going to be the man coming up in third, but Scott Simley is going to win stage number 2, and I thought they would throw a caution.
White flag.
Oh, it's white flag. Okay, my bad. I was 1 lap off. And the reason being, folks, is obviously they don't count the caution lap, so, But this time by...
Checker flag.
Yep, Scott Simley's going to get it. And Mark Cretin did make the pass, so he made the pass on Gale Brooks right there.
Yeah, Gale did a great job for what he had, though. The 71 has a lot of damage on the front end, so to come home third with that, you got to tip your hat to a driver like that. Maybe he can come in and get some of that damage fixed and get it done to the next one.
Absolutely. Are they calculating the same we calculate?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, there it is. Okay, finally. I was just hoping, man. Hey, I'm relying on you, Gerald, man, to help me out on this lap stuff here.
Yeah, I'm listening to the admin radio, and they're calling out each lap and everything. So I'll keep you informed.
I appreciate it, man. I tell you what, now here comes what we call the nitty gritty of things. Scott Simley will go into pits, and he'll park it because he has made it into the All-Star race. The rest of the guys here have 10 laps to get it done. Now, caution laps won't count, so this thing is going to end on the green no matter what. No matter if we got to take it 50 laps or whatever, but it's going to end. But one of these guys is definitely going to advance, and that's going to give either Gale Brooks, maybe Mark, maybe Matthew, or Sean, or any of these other guys a chance to get into that All-Star race.
Yeah, man, and you gotta congratulate Simley on that one, man. You know, it's tough out there, as we heard from me. You know, the last stage winner, he said, "Hey, man, they're out there racing pretty hard," and Simley got it done, man. So good job.
No doubt. Well, let's bring up the man who won stage 2 here, Scott Simley. Scott, Joy in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you what, you came to the front like the Red Seas parted for you up there. I've always called you Scott Smiley. I know you got to be smiling and grinning ear from ear because you're going to the All-Star race.
All right. Yeah, I'm happy about that. I wasn't sure with, there's quite a few cars to get in for it, but we did her. We're in it. That's all that matters right now.
Hey, no doubt $10 richer on that stage 2 there, stage winner. I mean, you had a fast car. Do you think you got the car that could pull off the All-Star tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it feels good. It felt good in practice, and in the race here, I knew it was going to be a hard battle and fight, so I was just kind of letting them play out and try to make her through clean, and we're going to give her all for this All-Star race and see if we can win it.
There you go. You just got to bulldoze your way to the front and win this thing. All or nothing here tonight. Man, I tell you what, you look good. Again, congratulations on that stage win here.
Thanks, Joe.
All right. Appreciate it right there. I tell you what, man is smiling from ear to ear. Scott Simley right there, your winner of stage 2. We go 10 laps here, Gerald. Boy, now, the car's out there. Going to be interesting who puts this thing in victory lane here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just looking at some of the cars out there, and a lot of them got some damage. There's, I'd say, 3 or 4 clean cars. Matthew Welsenbach looks pretty clean, as well as looks like what's his name, the 52, Sean Casto. He's looking good out there. So there's 2 or 3 good cars out there that's got a really good shot at this last one.
Yeah, and Matthews not too bad off damage-wise. He had a fast machine, got up there. Shane Ewing, yeah, a little bit damaged. He probably could still get up there. He's marred back in 11th. Can't take anything away. Mark Cretin up here, though. He's got the Gladfish ink machine. Don't know what that is, but
I don't either.
Down it, 949 on the side. Just showing off some of these awesome paint jobs. That's another thing we look at. Jason Barham, obviously kick-ass beef jerky. Hey, we know about that, man. That stuff's good. Sim500.com. Definitely, man, those guys, man, do great things. If you're looking for anything button box related and sim related, man, check the guys out at simspeedshop.com. They'll hook you up. This looks Klondike. Hey, that's my favorite car. I like Klondike bars. The 06 Doug Sigmund.
Yeah, who don't, Joe? Come on now, that's our weakness.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, right now, I think he would he'd do anything for a win in a stage to get him to the All-Star.
Yeah, he'd trade a Klondike bar for a win here.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Nick Hurd right there. I'm showing him in the Midnight Madness machine along with Sean Casto. Matthew Wilsenbach's got the Home for Paws. Adopt a Pet. There you go. Not a bad organization there. AdoptAPet.com. Awesome, man, to see you out there sporting and showing that off. Let's see, Randy Yoakum, he's got Patriot Fire. Bobby Wetzel, well, he's got the Pennzoil. Hopefully he's not dropping too much oil on the track. See who else we got. Not too many. Looks like we only got about 11 machines left in this one.
Yeah. Like I was saying, a lot of them have a little bit of damage or a lot of damage. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'd say it's probably going to be a little hectic out there, Joe.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Like I say, we're in the opener here for the All-Star event tonight here for the Sim500 Esports League, Racing League here. Going to be a good one. Already had Jason Jabucky win Stage 1, Scott Simley Stage 2. We're about to put in the record books for Stage 3 here. 10-lap shootout for the winner. Who's going to make it to the All-Star race tonight and not have to worry about trying to qualify their way in or anything like that. But a very, very good one. Maybe $10 richer, like Gerald said earlier. It'll be interesting here to see as pace cars out of turn 4. Lights are off. That man up front, Mark Cretin, he got up to second. Is he going to be able to hold on to the lead here for another 10 laps? Pace cars in. Green flag flies. We're back racing.
Oh, looks like a little bit of trouble on Doug Sigmund there. He has not got any horsepower there on takeoff, so it's going to trap the 52 of Sean Castro behind him.
Yep, that's definitely been one of those. It's just going to be a bad deal right there. Sean's going to be right behind him, but he might be able to slingshot around him down the bad stretch. He's going to have Matthew Welzenbach's help as they come off down the bad stretch into the turn. Up front, Mark is still leading it. Jason Barham right there in second. Nick Hurd sitting in third. The battle's on, and we got a car off the pace back in the back that looks like Gale Brook.
I think the 29 is going to be one to watch out for. Him, the 52, or anybody here in the top 5 actually got a shot at this one, man. But really, Mark Creighton, he's out front looking good right now.
Well, all black, Sean Castro right there, so I'm showing him. I mean, he's got black numbers, black everything. He's bringing that thing. He is at the Midnight Express coming through the front. Look like the moves that Jason Jabucki was doing earlier on. He's just slicing and moving all over the place to bring it to the front.
Hey, whatever it takes, Joe, they're going to do it out there because they want that win. They want to lock themselves in.
Yes, they are. Jason Barham takes it to the point, but he's got a mean, bad, fast 52 behind him of Sean Castro right there to the inside. He's going to take the lead here with 10 to go. Boy, almost.
Oh, Welzenbach in that one. He had a clean car. No caution yet.
Okay, we're able to keep it up on the wall, but let's go back on the restart, or excuse me, on the replay here. Look to see what happened up front. Matthew Welzenbach looks like a little contact between the 24. And, yeah, the car in front of him got loose, and that's what sent him up into the wall. Matthew and the 46 of Nick Hurd both up into the wall, unfortunately. Wow. But I tell you what, the race is on for the lead right now as we are still under green flag. Sean Castro is the man out front, along with Jason Barham right there on his back deck lid. Who's going to take this thing with a 10-lap shootout here?
Yeah, either one of these guys could pull it off here for sure. It's going to be 5 laps to go when they come across the line here this time.
Woo. You can see him doing the same thing Martin Truex Jr. did with Joey Logano. Try to break that draft because he knows if Jason gets a run on him down the bad stretch, he might be able to get a slingshot in the turn. Folks, yeah, I know it's kind of unique to say on a 1.5 mile, what are you talking about? Slingshot draft and all. But with this package, with this car, that's just how it works out. It's almost like a mini plate style race.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a 1.5 mile plate style race. You see how he swerves down the backstretch to the bottom to keep the 83 of Barham out of his draft there, but I don't think it helps a whole lot here. The 83 just kind of hanging back. They're going to get 4 to go this time by the line.
Yep, well, they crossed that line. Shane is still out front. Sean, excuse me, is still out front right there with Jason Barham in second. He is close enough to strike. One wrong move from the 52 up front, and it'll be all over with as Jason is trying to see if he can't close in. Now, he is not swerving down there to try to stay with Sean. Every time he does that, he's kind of keeping his own line. Is that a smart move or a bad move?
Absolutely smart. He's just kind of waiting it out here. 3 to go this time by. He's going to try to make a move here to steal the win from him. So he's got to figure out how he's going to do it. Is he going to go low, high? How is he going to get around him here? Right now, he's just kind of playing it safe, just waiting to attack.
He gets a run coming off the turn, but then he breaks that draft. He's definitely up high right there. You can see, though, Sean gets a run going into turn 3 and 4, coming off of 1 and 2 right there. You see Jason actually gets that run, but like you said, I believe it's the white flag this time.
Yeah, and Barham had to get out of the gas there. I don't know if he got loose or what out of 4, but he lost a little bit of speed. That's really going to make this good for Sean Castro. I think Sean's got this one, Joe. 3 to go.
3 to go, and all he's got to do is hold on to it. But you see that draft playing a factor. Jason's able to move back up just a little bit. He's got a little bit of time, but again, sideways. Look at that, slide job city.
Yeah, so he must have got loose there coming out. That's what I was talking about. I seen him get loose. He had to get out of the gas, and it actually happened on the very next lap around. He just couldn't hang on to it.
Well, that will put us with 2 to go, I believe.
It's going to be a green-white checker, Joe.
That's it. Green-white. He still got smacked around. Well, I hate to see that on Jason Barham's part. He had a fast machine. Well, if you're Sean, what are you thinking about now?
You definitely didn't want to see that caution come out, and it is going to open the door for some of these other guys. If they got a clean car, they definitely got a shot. They only got one lap to do it, but Casto, man, he probably didn't want to see that caution. He's going to have to get a good jump and widen that car out a little bit for one lap.
Yep, absolutely will. Will they do one lap or will they do two? So did we complete that second lap?
They're going to get the green and the white at the same time.
Okay, all right. So as soon as they cross that line, they're going to get that green and white and come around and get that checkered. Yeah, a little bit. I got to wait on the pace car. It's slow.
Yeah, the pace car. It must have you driving it.
It does. I jumped in it for just a few.
What's that? The pace car. I said you calling the race from the pace car, Joe.
I'm trying to, man. Yeah, hey, look, I'm trying to multitask.
Well, we'll give these guys a chance to collect their thoughts and try to come up with a plan. If they're teammates out there, they get to, discuss it over the radio and see if they can steal this win away from Sean Casto, because he had that one in the bag.
Yeah, it's all going to be about the restart. And I tell you, if Sean actually gets, like you said, a restart we've been seeing all night long, if we had maybe 2 or 3 laps to go, I think Mark might be able to close that gap. But if we've seen what we've seen all night long with the restarts, we've seen the leader be able to get out at least, maybe 3 car lengths or 4 or so on the starts. And from that point on, it's taken almost a lap, maybe half a lap before they've been able to even get back to him. And by that time will be up. I think time's just not on the side of Mark.
No, but he does have a clean car, and he's going to be out front, and I believe the 80's the only other clean car,
Yep,
Mark Creighton. The other guys have some damage, but that don't mean they can't pull off this win, and they're definitely going to go for it. So it could get a bit interesting here for this one lap.
Why did Sean go into pits? Why would you do that?
Not quite sure.
But you just gave up the lead and the race.
Yeah, I mean,
does he not realize
maybe he
it's
takes
only one
4
lap?
tires. Yeah, maybe those 4 tires are that crucial. He thinks he can just fly on by them, and he might be able to. It's going to be a bit congested, so to speak. So maybe there will be a spot for him, and maybe not. But he's definitely going to try it here, and he's going to have 4 fresh tires helping him out.
Well, okay, he's going to come out. It looks to be around about 7th place or so. But like you said, unless he's thinking it's going to be maybe a 2-lap deal here that we've got left. But if it's like what you're saying, a green, white at the same time and only 1 lap, he pretty much just gave up the win.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the white flag had already came out, so it has to be a green-white at the same time, unless it's something I don't know.
Oh, okay, just got confirmation. Never mind. He's in on the votes, folks.
Oh.
Okay, well, then that makes total sense, because we're sitting here, I'm just sitting here scratching my head like, why in the world would you just... You pretty much just gave the win up. I mean, there's no way you're coming through the field.
If he's already in on votes and he has a teammate out there, then maybe he's trying to open up the door for his teammate or give somebody else a shot at, locking themselves in instead of taking,
right Yep, absolutely. That was a smart move on his end. Good racing there. Good heads up. So, wow. That one, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. So, Sean Castro is in on the fan vote. Folks, that's why he pitted like he did and gave up the lead, because 4 tires, he's not getting through those amount of cars in 1 lap. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, he could shoot through there like a missile. But the likelihood in 1 lap, very slim.
Right, but never doubt Sean Casto. It's definitely possible to get that done, and I thought he had a shot at it if that's what his plan was. But
would you have done it?
The only other thing I could think of when he was thinking he was a sitting duck, and maybe he didn't want to be in that sitting duck position, and he'd rather have 4 tires since he was restarting 3rd row.
Would you do it?
Actually, 4th row. No.
Okay. I wouldn't either. But hey, you know what? I probably wouldn't have been in the lead anyways. But nonetheless, he did it. He's in on the fan vote. That's cool. So we know he's in the All-Star there. But one of these guys, hopefully these other guys up here are going to get a shot at it. As pace cars in, here we go. They will get the green flag, the white flag, and then when they come around the checkered here, so can Mark hold off that 24?
It looks like he's going to. The way he took off out of the gate there.
Yes, he did. Mark Cretin, the man out front with the 24 there. Scott Stencil has got one more time down the back stretch here. Here we go. Into turn 3. He's going to have 2 more turns to try to win and get into the All-Star race.
Yep, and here comes Scott Stencil here in the 24. He's got a pretty good run.
Yep, final time, but Mark Cretin is going to put it into the All-Star race tonight. Scott did everything he could. I believe if it had maybe another lap, he might have been able to do it. Hey, Rex. after race extracurricular activity.
That was actually the white flag, Joe. So
what?
That was the white flag. I just got confirmation. White flag.
Okay, so let's go back on all this a minute here because
let me let you know here what's going on. A green white checker here. They're not doing the green and the white at the same time. They're doing the green then the white.
That's what I was thinking.
So okay. So well, hey, we know now.
We know now.
But it's going to open up the door for another green white checker.
And so Scott Stencil went for it right there. Got into the back end of Mark Cretin. That puts Bobby Wetzel up front. Sorry for the confusion a little bit there, folks. But again, like I say, it sometimes happens when you're not dealing with, when you don't have, when you're not counting cautions, doing all kinds of things like this. But so now, not the end of it. We're going to have another shot at a green-white checkered. So obviously, is it going to be the same way as like normal racing? They're going to take the green, they're going to do a lap, then they're going to hit the white flag and go around?
Yeah, it'll be 2 laps.
Okay, all right, that's normal. Now, Sean Castro unfortunately got damage out of that, along with some of the other cars. Sean got some. We'll have to see how fast he is. Now, Bobby Wetzel definitely has a car that's not 100% clean anyway. So, what I'm trying to say is a lot of these guys look like they're kind of on even ground up front. Sean is back up there. He didn't make it through the field like we thought he would, but he made it through the field, obviously, because he made it through that wreck.
Yeah, and I was looking at these cars out there, a lot of them with that damage. Who has the least amount of damage is going to have the best shot, and also track position. So there's 2 things that's going to play into this. How much damage do you have, and where are you restarting?
Yeah, seeing a lot of guys on pit road right now. Jason Barham, he's on pit road. Bobby Wetzel, Sean is the only 2 that are out. Gail Brooks still on pit road. Like Doug Sigmund is coming off. Looks like a lot of these guys are taking advantage of the caution to get some damage fixed. Don't blame them. Why not? Because there's only going to be, about maybe 10 cars, actually a little less than that, 7 machines out there.
Oh yeah, and it depends on how long you've been out too. It looks like Bobby Wetzel and Sean Castro, they got pretty good tires. They come in last time, so they got a really good shot at this. They got good track position, they got tires, and they don't have a whole lot of damage.
I tell you, it's nerve-wracking to sit here when you stop with these green-white checkers. I mean, we were coming around to take the white flag, and well, if we'd have took the white flag. In real racing, you take the white flag. If they wreck, they wreck. There is no caution, or it's actually over with at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if that's how they would have done it here, if they would have took the white flag, but they were right there getting near it. Who knows?
Yeah, the white flag came out, and then, the contact happened, in 2 there.
Okay. So they're going to do it a little bit untraditional, but that's fine. Hey, they want this action to end on the green, and I don't blame them. That's... My thing is, we're going to have some cars left. That last wreck took a lot of them out.
It's going to be close.
Yeah. But
they've been dropping pretty quick from the get-go, so...
That's the All-Star stuff. I mean, like I said, it's go big, go home tonight, and I mean, it's all just for racing, bragging rights, and money.
Oh yeah, man! It's just a fun event. You get to race with everybody, and maybe pocket some cash, and bragging rights really goes a long way. It's probably the most important here.
I tell you, as hard as these guys are racing for $10, put 100 out there. These guys, man, what they gonna do? Tear the doggone racing facility down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, you see them out there. I mean, it's 10 to the winner of the stages, and these guys are out there just, beating and banging. It's exciting for us to watch. I hope all the viewers out there are enjoying it. Appreciate it again. Want to thank the guys here at the Sim500 and Joey Katina, Justin Fuller, and all the guys that put on this event here tonight, and allowing myself and then old Gerald coming up here, man, in the booth with me, man. I appreciate him being up here. It's been a fantastic opener. Hey, we're not done yet. We've got the qualifying session. It's going to be kind of unique to watch, and then we got the All-Star race. So that one is wow.
Yeah, they're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna jump straight into qualifying. They're over there probably running a couple laps, getting everything ready, getting their cars ready, and it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I'm already geared up here, and we've got 6 cars on the lead lap. Scott Stencil being the last one, Gail Brooks right there in 5th, Jason Barham in 4th, Doug Sigmund the 3rd, Sean Castro the 2nd, Bobby Wetzel the 1st. Now, Sean being voted in, my thing is if he does end up winning this race, does it fall back to the second place guy? Maybe one of the admins out there can give confirmation if they're listening or so forth, how that would work. Because if he is voted in, he's obviously in. Bobby or one of them other guys behind him would love to pull this thing off and put it in victory lane.
Absolutely, yeah. Looking at the paint jobs, they're a little bit dirty too. So that's how this might end, a little bit dirty.
Yeah, as pace cars in, here we go. These guys are about to set here to finish this one. Green flag flies. Now remember, this time we got it right, as they will get the green flag, but they're going to go around here, and then they will get the white, and it'll be over with. But Bobby Wetzel gets a jump out front.
Way out front right now, but that 52 of Sean Casto, I'm sure he's ready to, make a statement here after what happened to him there. He is locked in. Never mind.
Yeah, he's locked in, and I tell you what, that is a good show of sportsmanship on his end right there. He moved out of those other guys' way. He saw they were coming up there. They know that they're trying to race their way in. Gale Brooks is on the move. Does he have enough in that 71 to get around Bobby Wetzel here? As the white flag flies, this is it. Last time one of these guys is going into the All-Star. The 9 machine wants it right now.
The 71 was coming with a head of steam and got loose on entry of 1, lost all of his momentum, and that allowed Doug Sigmund to slide up underneath him. But does he have enough to get to Bobby Wetzel? I don't think so.
Nope, Bobby's coming out of turn 4 to the trial one, is going to put it into the All-Star race, and Doug Sigmund right there comes up in 2nd. Gale Brooks hangs on the 3rd, but Bobby Wetzel, folks, is going to be the man, the last one here tonight, putting it in the All-Star race here. Wow, what an opener, what an event. Let's see if we can get a quick word in with him before we jump servers here to go to our qualifying. That was awesome to watch.
Yeah, Joe, I'm headed over there now.
Right.
Can't wait to hear what he's got to say.
Good deal. Bobby Wetzel, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
Got you there.
Man, I'll tell you real quick, man, before we head over to the qualifying sessions here, what a run, what a wild one. You're in the All-Star race. What you think?
I'm just thankful to get in. I'm real sorry to Scott Stenzel. I got into him there in the second segment, but yeah, I feel real bad for those guys, but we're glad that we got in.
Hey, no doubt about it. Well, I'll tell you what, good luck on the All-Star run tonight. It's going to be a good one.
Thanks.
All right, right there. I'll tell you. Well, folks, we're going to head over here and get into the qualifying session. We'll be right back here in a few. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here live at Charlotte, and I tell you what, we had the opener a little bit ago for the All-Star race here for the Sim500. What a show that was. Congratulations to Jason Jabucky, Scott Simley, and Bobby Wetzel, all putting it in to the All-Star, and $10 richer at that, too. Man, it's going to be a good one. Well, we're back here, myself, Joe, and Gerald here. And Gerald, real quick, this is qualifying. It's going to be an individual style qualifying. These guys are going to hear me call out each individual one of these lap times as they come down. But this is actually how they real style all-star qualified. As I said, we're not going to see the pit stop, race that they normally do.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun though, Joe. I've never myself participated in it, but I would love to. I think it would be a lot of fun to try it, and I'm gonna enjoy watching it. So,
yep. Well, we're getting set here to go on into some qualifying here again. Like I said, they're going to go on a single file, or it's going to be a single car qualifying. And that way, each car is going to get a run. Go ahead and try to explain this a little bit here. Each car is going to get 3 laps around the track, but it's going to be broke up into 3 laps. It's not going to be conventional around the track. They'll get their normal warm-up lap, and then they're going to get a lap that counts. Then you're going to see them shoot off down on pit road and do almost like what's a stop and go, which would be considered a pit stop here. And what we could do in iRacing. From that point on, they go out and then they do one final lap and then it's over. And all that collective time is going to be used for these 22 drivers as they're going to set the field for the All-Star. I hope I explained that right.
Yeah, that's pretty close or pretty good, accurate. Yeah.
All right.
You might know better than that, actually.
Justin got his mic off, but I'd rather hear him to explain that a little bit. But I think I explained that they are going to do the 3 laps. Once they come down pit road, they are going to do one more lap. I believe they're going to do one more lap after that. And I think so. Now, here's my thing. Justin's got his mic off. He can't hear me at all.
No, he's listening to you in other ways.
Okay, if he's listening to me on stream, he's going to listen to it at a delay, so that's probably what he's doing.
Yeah, how many laps is the All-Star race itself?
$60, $70? But it's broke up in stages. I needed that spreadsheet. That's what I know.
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh, I had picked it up. My bad. All right, I'll tell you what. First man off on pit road looks like it's going to be the number 30, Brian V. Macklin. Is going to pull it off down on the end of pit road, and here we go. Man's going to take his pit stop here. As we're going to comes off on pit road. We're going to get a good close-up view here as they do their pit stops here also, folks. If you watch up top there on the ticker, you'll see the times. His fastest time will flash. Also going to bring up the driver board here so you can see the times too. That way, if Justin wanted to actually rewind on the stream, he could rewind and see it flash up too. So he has 2 ways of seeing it, up top and down below. But he's going to get his warm-up lap here. All right, here we go. Qualifying is underway for the number 30 machine. Let's see what kind of fast first lap time he can put down as he comes out of this turn. Remember, we got 22 cars. They're all going to be battling out here for their actual spot. Be interesting to watch these guys as he comes across. Going to put down lap number 1. He's going to put a quick time of a 29.358 is his first lap around here. Now, what's going to happen here, folks, is he's going to storm out around here again. But this time, he's coming off down on pit road bad fast. You'll see a man come off down here. He'll come out of turn number 4. He'll slow down very quickly. off down on pit road. Now you're going to see the time flash as soon as he comes up, and I'm going to call it out. 30.933 was his last time around. A 30.933 was his last time around that time. Now he's going to get one more time here. Kind of unique, huh?
Yeah, it's interesting to watch, and you're doing a great job calling it. So I'm kind of like watching it with you, with everybody.
Yep. Actually, it looks like, yep, he's going to get one more time. So when he completes this lap right here will be his whole collective 3 laps out of the last turn. Going to cross the line. It'll flash up here. 43.831 is his last lap. So they'll add up all those. 43.831. They'll add up all those times. That'll be his qualifying time. And there we go.
It's going to be
What's that?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it's going to be his next one. Yeah. Dave Comstock, the next man off here in the number 42 machine. He's going to take his car off on pit road. Here we go. So, Brian, what's that?
Brian Macklin actually 104.122 is what the time to beat is.
Okay. All right. Good deal. And that's what, now, y'all, folks, like I say, you won't be able to see that because that's a collective time of everything. But we'll keep you up to date on everything here as David Comstock right now is getting his warm-up lap. Going to come across the board here in the 42. Good looking machine there. So here we go. He's on his qualifying run right now.
I was a big fan of David Comstock when we were calling the truck race, man. So it's hard for me not to pull for him here on this one.
Yeah. Coming across the line. He's going to complete his first lap here. And 29.347 for Dave Comstock.
338.
338, excuse me, my bad. Yeah, that one will stick. That's because that's his fastest time. 29.338, my bad. This lap here, what's going to happen is he's going to again come down on pit road. They're going to zip and do the fastest pit stop in the world, folks. He's going to bring it down on pit road about 100 mile an hour. And watch it flash. It's going to flash up, flash. 30.404.
Oh, he overshot.
Got to stop. But a 30.404 was that last lap there. So his one last, here we go. One last ditch effort here for him able to get this thing done here tonight. Maybe to knock Brian Macklin off the throne. Down the back stretch here. And I will say this is the first time I've ever called a qualifying like this too, so it's kind of a first for me. I don't know about you, Gerald, but definitely a first for me. Yeah. He's coming across the line, and his lap is a 41.661. 41.661 was his last lap. So they'll calculate up all those times and get the time for Dave Comstock's qualifying run.
Yeah, he's your current leader right here with a 101.403, so 2.5 seconds faster than Brian Macklin.
Wow, Mike Kelly's the man coming off down here on the end of pit road, the number 2 machine. We'll see what he can do here tonight.
Yeah, so they're all stopping in the yellow section on pit road, it looks like, as their pit stop.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this unique style of qualifying. This is all-star style qualifying here. We had the Open before, and that was a thriller of a race as Mike is going to get his warm-up lap here for his qualifying. Say again, man, very different from what I'm used to doing any style qualifying or anything like that, but kind of unique, man, to watch how they're doing here as he's going to get his warm-up coming through the field. Here we go. Qualifying time is underway now. Old Mike Kelly, man, he's got that nice blue and white paint job out there. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Blue and white paint job as he comes into turn 3 to complete his lap. Definitely got a good line going around the track here. It's all about being smooth, fast, and consistent. As he comes across the line, this will be his fast lap here. Boom. 29.373 is his time right there. Wow. Nice.
Yeah, you said, it's your first time. Well, you've been doing this for about, a year or so longer than I have.
Yeah.
And I've never done this either, man, but it's a lot of fun.
It definitely is unique and it's different. As you're going to see right now, he's going to make his lap down on pit road. Comes flying down there.
160 mile an hour on pit road.
Time is... Oh, my bad. I missed it.
He stalled for just a second, but hey, good stop.
Justin, you're going to have to go back and reply on that one. I missed the time. I looked at up at the top one. I should have been looking at the bottom.
I'll take care of you.
All right, yeah, just scroll back. It'll flash there on the bottom when I forgot. The top one's only going to happen if they're faster than that top one. Really no need to actually have that one up there. I'll just use the driver speed deal here. Shows me last lap and fast lap. But this is his last lap here. We're going to see it flash right here in just a second. I'll be able to give it to him. He's going to cross the line to finish his qualifying run. 43.395. 43.395 is his last lap. And Gerald's going to go back on and get that second lap for me there. As, yeah, folks, y'all can throw bananas at me. I wasn't paying attention. But man, I tell you.
Bananas.
Yeah, bananas. Yeah. Justin Fuller. There we go. Justin Fuller now. About to take his time in the number 51 machine. Go.
Well, I can't go back.
Can't go back at all? It won't scroll back?
Nope.
Good on YouTube. I always thought it would.
Yeah, it usually does.
If I can't. His fast lap here. Anybody maybe out in the chat maybe can scroll back and get that last one there. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing, man? All right, he comes across. Here he goes. His qualifying time. Alright, I'm able to do it on my phone. The problem is I can't daggone read it because it's so small and I'm going blind in my old age.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, here, I got it now.
Alright, cool. Here we go. Justin Fuller going to complete his first fast lap. He crosses the line at a 29.361. 29.361 is his first lap. Here we go. When he comes across the line this time by, he's going to come around and shoot off down on pit road. A good one here is I'll keep my eyeball on it this time. One good eye on it. Here he goes, coming down on pit road. Gonna get that speed run down there. Gonna get stopped. If he can, 30.119. 30.119. Oh, and he overshot it. Had to back up. That's gonna kill his qualifying run. Wow. Killing. And he got a lot of damage too, so that's going to hurt the car. That's what happens when you come off down a pit road like that. You've got to adjust the difference between how fast, how slow, and then obviously, being able to stop that machine. Justin Fuller, man, going to be off the pace, but going to get his final time here out of turn 4. Flash up here. Gonna cross the line. He does. 45.771.
30.790 is that time you were looking for.
Okay. 45.771. The last one there. About messed me up when you said that. Okay, that's fine. Justin will probably need that one. We'll write it down so he'll know. Snickers machine. Nicholas Cohan. I tell you what, he's got a. Now look, made me hungry with a car like that. You ain't you unless you have a Snickers. Sound like a Kyle Busch car.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's a good car.
Hey, good car, good brand. I don't know about the driver, but hey, Nick's cool though. Well, here we go. He's getting his warm-up lap here on the qualifying run. And if you're just tuning in, folks, what's happening right now, you're probably going, man, what a race. There's only one car going around the track. We had our opener for the All-Star race earlier, and we had 3 stages, 3 winners. Jason Jabucky, Scott Simley, and Bobby Wetzel all won those 3 and advanced to the All-Star. This is the All-Star qualifying. It's 1 by 1 to get 3 to go. Here's Nicholas Cohan. Is on his fast lap right now. He's coming out of turn 3 to complete the first one. The next lap, he'll go shooting off down pit road. Do a stop and go there. Coming across the line. 29.347 is his first one there. Tell you what, 29.347. And instead of it saying Snickers, it says Nick sucks. Okay, I just noticed that. I'm sorry, I thought it was Snickers, man, but then I saw Nick sucks. Okay, well, Nick.
He's talking about himself, I guess.
Man, I tell you what, he's hard on himself.
Oh, he's hot too.
He loses it. On pit road, he's going to back it across 31.381. 31.381 is his time.
And perfectly, and it was good.
Oh, 31.381. He backed that thing down. Wow.
He's putting on a show for us, Joe.
Hey, that was... If he's saying himself Nick sucks, he's definitely made it look interesting. I'll give him that.
Yeah, for sure.
Final time in the 21 machine. Nicholas Cohan out of turn 4. He's going to look to cap this lap here. An awesome save down on pit road as he come across the line. 49.084. 49.084.
Dave Comstock still holding down the top spot. And it looks like Mike Kelly in second. Brian Macklin. We got Nick Cohan and Justin Fuller.
All right. Well, like Adam Gillian, the man sitting on the end of pit road now. And he's about to start his pit road time, or qualifying time, excuse me. At 81, is going to take off, do his warm-up lap.
Justin Fuller did have a penalty, which put him at a 110.25.
That means Nick's probably going to have one also. That slide looked impressive. I'll give him that. It was nice. Usually not the way, good way around down pit road.
He made it look good, though.
Yeah, ain't lying. We'll give him a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. At least.
Adam coming out of doing his fast lap right now, qualifying. All right. See what he's got. See if he can actually knock these guys off the top spot here, because nobody's been able to do it yet. Got to make almost a perfect clean style lap here. And the pit stop lap, I think, is the one that's really the ones you got to concentrate on as he comes across the line and make his fast lap here. 29.347, and he got a 29.34, and it actually changed to a 4.6. It went down, but we'll give him 29.346. That's actually what it showed. I think it rounds down and rounds up. Now here he goes. He's going to come out of the turn. He's going to shoot off down on pit road here.
Oh, he's coming in so hot.
All of them are.
Look at him working that wheel.
30.438. 30.438 was his time that last time.
Oh, he was driving the wheels off of that one.
Yes, he was.
I mean, he was in there swatting flies.
And that's just what you got to do to make a quick time. You got to make it that fine line between in control and out of control coming off down the pit road. Here we go, as he's going to get his final time here as he's into the turns. If he's got a good one out of turn 3, he's going to cross the line, and we'll get his time here real quick. 43.221. 43.221. And waiting to see who rolls up to the line next. Guess they're telling them. There we go. Daniel Buckingham.
You got it, Joe.
Tell you what, if you say that real quick, you mess that name up and it sound bad.
Yeah.
That's why I had to stop, pause a little bit on it there, make sure I got it right. But okay, Daniel right now in the 39 is going to get his warm-up lap here on qualifying. And Nick, we saw that hit that apron, broke loose. And that's the fine line here, folks. Coming on pit road, you definitely know you got to get the speed coming on pit road. The problem is getting on pit road safely at enough speed and getting off of it. And that's what you're going to see through this whole entire qualifying. As Daniel, he's on his fast run here for his qualifying. He comes across the line in turn 1 and 2.
Kobe's eye paints.
Yeah. Good paints there.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of great paints come out of there. Or, out on the track.
Yeah, I've butchered them before. You're right. Out of the turn. I nailed that one. Go figure. Out of the turn, come across the line for his fast lap here. It's going to be a 29.334. 29.334 for his first lap. So here we go. He's going to be on his pit stop lap here where they come off down on pit road. And again, it's just a fine line between speed and handling and been able to get in and off of pit road very, very fast because you've got to be able to get on there fast and woe that car down and make it stop and go. Here he goes. My eyeball on the last lap here, so I catch it.
Oh.
And it is 30.276. 30.276. And he actually did a pretty good job of stopping, slowing down, and getting into that pit box. Getting back off. So right now he's on a pretty good run from what I can see. Let's see if he actually can nail and take the top spot.
Yeah, from what it looked like to me, he might have the fast time here. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this guy.
Smooth is what it's all about. Smooth and fast, and sometimes it's very, very hard because you're so out of control coming on pit road as he comes across on his final lap here. Out of turn number 3. See what this time flashes up. It's going to be 41.906. 41.906. That might actually put him on top. What's that to see?
Yeah, he's a 10th off. He's in second right now. Still
man.
Dave Comstock with a 101.403. He just ran a 101.516.
Man. Just saw what it's going to take. It's going to take every little bit of patience, perfectness, and just time and right. It's the 06. Byron Daly right here is about to bring his 06 machine off the pit road. And I'll be so glad just while he's doing his warm-up lap. Guess what's coming next month here on iRacing?
Oh, I can't wait. Go ahead and tell him, Joe.
The Mustang. That's right. I'm so tired of seeing Camaros on the track.
Yeah, and also I heard the tire model and some stadium trucks. Yeah. I'm not quite sure,
Yeah, they got some stadium trucks coming. They've got some other wheeling and some got the new Silverado, so it'll be awesome.
Oh.
Yep. It's Byron right now, Daly. I'm going to try to take his first fast lap here.
Damage model, maybe? Or
What's
no?
That? What's that?
We still got damage model coming or no?
I'm not sure. Didn't hear any. Just heard the 3 cars is all. Green white might be. I mean, they haven't did a total thing. I just saw the 3 cars. Fast lap here for Byron. He crosses the line at a 29.376. 29.376.
Fastest first lap so far is still Dave Comstock 29.338. Actually, Daniel Buckingham with a 3.34 with the fastest first lap.
Yep. Off on pit road. We catch this lap right quick as he comes across the line. 31.041. 31.041 is his second lap. He made a good stop and go right there, so he's on a pretty good qualifying run.
Yeah, all these guys are so good. It's going to be tough, between all these. The competition here, we've always talked about it. It's so thick.
Absolutely it is. Definitely some good racing on Monday and Wednesday here and all throughout the week. As Byron now is coming out of turn 3 to complete his qualifying run. Let's see what his last total lap here as he comes across the line. 42.248. 42.248 is his last lap to complete that run for him. All right, see who comes out next here.
It's going to put Byron Daly with a 102.665, currently sitting in third position.
Uh-oh. Might about to hold old Gerald down over there in the seat. I think it's his favorite driver coming out. Jose Gonzalez, Speedy, about to take his qualifying run.
Handle.
Yeah, he's calling Speedy. Actually, the man's from out of Puerto Rico, I believe is what he said. And in that area, he actually has a food truck. Goes around. It's actually kind of cool, man. I talked to him a couple times. So, kind of unique, man, to see Jose Gonzalez right there. I call him Speedy Gonzalez. And fast. He's on the wall. I don't know if that's the fastest way around, but he's doing his warm-up lap here.
Yeah, that shouldn't hurt him too bad. Just a little bit of contact, maybe a little scratch on the side of it.
Yeah, John, it's actually, like I say, they get a warm-up lap, then they do the fast lap, then the pit lap, and then they do the one last lap. So it's 3 laps in total that they actually get. Obviously, the program I'm using, they get a black flag by coming down pit road 100 mile an hour. So that's why it only flashes the time for a few seconds. It'll hold their fast time for me. So as you see him coming out of turn 3, he'll complete this lap. So he'll come across and he'll get a 29.377. 29.377 is his first one. Now he's on his pit stop lap. Here he comes down on pit road. He took a little bit lower entry into pit road. Looks like he's a little more smoother, but let's see the time. 30.838, 30.838, and he overshot it, man. And then he overshot it again. That's going to kill him right there. Wow.
Yeah,
had a good entry. Whew.
Yeah, he did get a little bit of damage there when he did touch that wall. I see the right front crinkled in just a little bit, so he heard it from the get-go.
He had a good entry. Actually did a lot better. Didn't want to catch that apron. Actually cut it a little bit short, but man, overshot the pit. That's going to hurt. But on his last stop here we go. Comes out of turn number 3. Turn number 3. Complete his time. Come across, going to flash up. 50.706. 50.706 is his final time. Overshooting that pit hurt him a lot.
Yeah, and I believe he actually may have a penalty as well. But without the penalty, is it a 110.921? No penalty, though. Okay.
All right, Trey Edson and the 40 machine, bringing it off on pit road now.
Trans Service.
That's it. That's the title sponsor for the Monday night series there in the Sim500. Trans Service Logistics. Looking to haul something throughout the USA. Wow, Trans Service.
Yeah, and I really like the digital camo kind of mixed in with the side of the graphics there on that paint job. It's a good looking car.
Okay, Mark, who won the title last year at NASCAR? Yeah, it wasn't a Chevy, so I'm just saying.
Joe, he don't know what he's talking about. Does he?
Who's that now?
Joe.
What's that? I
don't know what he said. Something about a Chevy. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he said most victories. Yeah, I got him. I hear him. Fast lap for old Trey coming across the line to Trans Service Machine. 29.370. 29.370.
These first lap times really, really close. A lot of 3.7s and 3.4s.
Mm-hmm. Going to come out here and he's going to run off down on pit road here. And they come off on that pit road. That's a huge hit. Let's see what he does across the line. 30.343. 30.343.
That was flawless.
And also, what kind of statement is it? Talking about most victories and who won the Coke 600. Toyota won the Coke 600, but Chevy has most victories. That don't make no sense. I'm just saying.
Toyota? What's that?
That's what I mean. I mean, is he talking about most victories this season, or is he talking about most victories in NASCAR? Because that would be Chevy. I can take it back old school. Oh, final time as he comes out of turn 3. Trey, try to get this lap here. Let's see what he's got. 42.089. 42.089. Oh, yeah. I'm Ford man through and through.
Yeah. That's a great time there by Trey Edson. 4/10 under. I mean, over Dave Comstock. So Dave Comstock really set the bar high, it looks like.
He did. Everybody's going to have to have a perfect lap out here. Chris Jaboo coming out here to take his time. Looks like he's in the Hitman wear there. Okay, I got you in 2019. I got you. All right. Cool.
Yeah, and I love this one too. This car right here looks really good. I hate to see it as a Toyota, but you know, good paint job.
No doubt, no doubt.
Figured I'd throw it out there too.
Hey, why not? We always got to have the manufacturer wars, I reckon. That'll be to the end of days.
Got to keep things spicy, Joe.
Oh yeah. Oh, you work for Toyota? So, okay, ain't nothing wrong. I got a buddy of mine works for Toyota also. That's cool.
Yeah, John. I agree, buddy.
Here we go. Fast lap time here for Chris Jaboo. He comes across the line. He's going to make that at a 29.394. 29 point. Actually, it just flipped. I don't know why it flipped like it did. It went to a 29.410. Oh.
Yeah. A 410 on ATVO and then a 409 on iRacing, but we've been going by your.
Yeah, we'll go by 29.410 is what he's going to get. 29.410. There he goes off on pit road. Catch the time here that he gets on this one. 30.676. 30.676. At the time, and he looks pretty good, but he spun the tires a little bit there.
I believe he might have missed it.
He might have missed it.
Looked like the splitter was over the line just a little bit. So we'll have to see what the officials say about that.
Okay, well, he's going to get his last lap here. We'll just have to check and see.
He did get a penalty.
Oh, it's going to hurt him right there. Wow.
5-second penalty, yeah.
Killer out of turn 3. Here we go. Final time. Going to cross the line and get this lap time. It's going to be 43.021. 43.021.
Yeah, I mean, you know, qualifying here I don't think will be a big deal. Unless it knocks you out of the race, then it would be. But if you get to start in this race, I think you have a shot at it. So.
Yeah, and we got stages too. There is stages involved with this, and it's pretty much going to be like what it was with the opener. So I still think, like you said, it's going to be anybody's ball game. I mean, it's pretty much go hard, go home. It's Chad Coleman, it's the man out there, and the other Trans Service logistics machine. Starting off his warm-up lap in qualifying.
Yeah, and he's always, consistent out there on the racetrack. Another very fast driver here.
Yep, Chad Coleman can come across the line to start his qualifying run.
So 177 at the line there.
Quick. Could just take that first lap there. It says 32 with a 32 seconds. 32 minutes or something like that. Yeah, 32 minutes.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah. Where's he been at?
It's the way he come out,
Comes across the line with a fast lap of 29.394. 29.394 is his first lap. Now he's going to do his pit stop lap.
Moves up the track right before entering. Comes on 167 miles per hour.
Time is 31.273. 31.273. Looked like a good entry. Yeah, looked like a good entry and stop, like you said.
Yeah, it was great.
He might be on a good run here, but I'm telling you, like you said, Dave Comstock's been a man who's, like you said, set the bar here tonight.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot more to go. I believe 15 start this one.
Well, out of turn 4. Complete is a final time lap. 42.325. 42.325. Gonna be his last lap here. Gonna conclude is Anthony Calatoni. I got that one right too.
Yeah.
Italian. Always said, man, it sounds like going to a restaurant. That's something you'd order. Maybe one of them Calatonis.
Yeah, it sounds like an Italian restaurant.
All right, well, Anthony right now, he's going to be on his warm-up lap here.
The red, white, and blue.
Absolutely. Got a few cars left. Got E.J. O'Rourke, Anthony DeBarro, Tommy Ryan, Bobby Wetzel, and Jason Jabucki, and Sean Castro, which I don't think those three have to. Well, they could take a qualifying run, but I don't think they have to, do they? Well, probably to see where they start at, yeah.
I'm a big fan of starting in the back, so, if I didn't have to qualify, I wouldn't.
Yeah, true. Here we go, fast lap for Anthony right here.
Do it for fun, get a penalty, just so you start in the back.
Yeah.
It's that Jay Weezy mentality, Joe.
There you go. 29.415. Weezy mentality.
Oh, yeah. I qualify sometimes, and I'll just, get an incident so it don't count my time. That way I still start in the back.
Okay, Castro says they can't qualify, so okay. Coming down pit road, here he goes. He storms off on pit road, and he's going to get that stop. 30.256. 30.256, and he overshoots it. Wow.
Yeah, that's going to hurt a little bit. But, yeah, the 4 that transferred over, they got to start in the backs, so they won't be qualifying.
Okay, so we got then
4 after
Nicholas Cohan, Scott Simley, Anthony DeBarro, Tommy Ryan, and E.J. O'Rourke.
Should be Anthony DeBarro, E.J. O'Rourke, Tommy Ryan, and Chad Cope.
Let me see Chad Cole here. But he's going to cross the line here. 47.495. 47.495 is the last lap for Anthony right there. You see Chad Cole out there. See Chad Coleman.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they had another name that you said I didn't see on the qualifying roster here.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Anthony DeBarro called him the Silver Bullet, the Coors Light machine. It's, man, I'm going to tell you, he had a wild one out here. Here we go. Put it back to the wide view. Hard for me. Quit. All right, here we go. He's going to come across his warm-up lap.
Right around the bottom, right there on that line. It was pretty smooth. I'm not sure if that's the fastest way around.
We saw it in the opener. A lot of guys taking that low line. I mean, in real life, they were taking it there. I'm like you. I'm not 100% sure if that is the fast line, but coming out of turn 4 to complete his fast lap, which is going to be a 29.331. 29.331 for his first lap. He'll zoom off down on pit road here for the second one.
That's the fastest first lap so far here. Just put down by Anthony DeBarro.
Fast. All going to matter about this right here. Can he get stopped in time? And his time's going to be 30.252. 30.252, and he overshot it. So he had the fastest time and then just destroyed it right there. Folks, I'm telling you, it takes a complete 3 laps to get it done. And they're just sometimes mental mistakes.
Yeah, you got to put it all together, you know. Coming out with the fastest lap there, he definitely had it all on his side, and, you know, luck just wasn't there.
And, you know, too, we look at that, I mean, but you've got to push the limit. You've got to if you want to have the fast time. So it's a feast or famine type of thing right there on the edge all the times. He comes out of turn 4 here to complete his qualifying run. See what he's got when he crosses the line. 45.333. 45.333.
Yeah, and another thing, Joe, is, you know, these guys, it's kind of like in basketball, you know, where they're going to shoot their second free throw, and then the coach of the other team calls the timeout to kind of cool them down. You know, these guys qualifying later in the session here, they've been sitting there for a while, you know, so I'd say going early might be the way to go, because you don't have to quite sit there and cool down so much.
Absolutely. Yep, you're right. E.J. O'Rourke. All right, that 41 machine's going to bring it out here. Only got a couple more machines out here left. Qualifying. Going to get his warm-up lap. Hope you enjoyed the qualifying here. Kind of unique, different. Kind of, yeah, I mean, maybe not as exciting as some of the racing, but it actually hasn't been boring nonetheless. You see a bunch of cars. I think NASCAR, if you're watching, maybe take a few pointers. There you go. Sim500 guys. Gerald says, hey.
Yeah, for sure he does.
Jay Weezy, calling the rapper, man. DQ.
That's what you say.
I've
Ain't
seen
nobody
you.
ever heard
I've
me
seen
rap.
You. I've seen you.
Yeah, you wasn't in the shower.
A secret mic set up somewhere.
Spying on me.
Oh, man.
Oh, I was on voice activation. I got you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what it was. You had your stream still on. He completes his fast lap. PJ does 29.381. 29.381 is his first lap. Here we go. Going to do his pit road lap here. Yeah, it's a little different there, John. I mean, it's like I said, first time I've ever did a qualifying stint like this. All the years I've done it, and it's kind of unique and different. ZJ's coming out here. He's going to take a wide entry into the pit road, and bam! Destroyed the car. Wow. A bit too wide there. He's going to cross the line, but man.
It's a wonder that thing's still running, Joe.
Yeah, 39.880. 39.880. That was a lick.
That was hard, you know. Hopefully he's all right, you know.
Yeah, that one, you can definitely tell that car is on the last leg. It's going to crawl around here.
Yeah, that hurts the
still
ego a little bit, you know, being the only car to do that. So I'm sure he's beating himself up. Plus, we already know how hard he is on himself.
Yeah, you can tell the RPMs are way down. They're just struggling. Have a little tattletale needle there. You can already see him struggling. Out of turn 4. He's going to cross this line. And let's see what he gets here. 48.746. 48.746. Wow.
Tommy Ryan, last one out.
99 machine. Let's see what he can do. We know he's fast. See if he can be fast and smooth all together here.
Yeah, me and him, we went head to head for the championship over at Racing Freaks last season, and I barely got it by 1 point, Joe.
That's
it
awesome.
was tough.
Close.
Yeah, he doesn't make anything easy for anybody, so it was tough.
Still won.
Yeah, a win's a win, but it was tough, man.
Call you the champ.
Yeah, 4-time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's I believe he's got two or three over there
amongst
too.
Celebrities up here. Wow.
Celebrity. All right, I see you
Folks, I'm
tomorrow.
amongst greatness right now. Well, I tell you. Yeah, oops, definitely, EJ. Whew. Just don't do that in the All-Star race. You'll be all right.
Yeah, that's not good.
Now,
He said oops.
he said oops. Out of turn 4, complete the fast lap here. For Tommy Ryan, he's going to get a 29.350. Actually, 29.349. It rounds it down if it's close enough. But a 29.349 is going to be his time, his quick time there of Tommy Ryan. Now he's going to do his pit stop time here. Can he complete this thing and make it smooth and knock Dave Comstock off the top end? Taking another wide angle in. Looks smooth so far. See his time. 30.494. 30.494. Beautiful stop into the pit box, man. I'm going to tell you, if he can make this last lap count good, he might have a good time. He came into pit road very, very stable, very fast, very smooth. Let's see, he might be able to knock David off that top time.
Yeah, it's the last chance for somebody to do it. Dave Comstock's guarantee he's watching this one.
Absolutely. Coming into the last turns. Here we go. Tommy Ryan put down a fast time here out of turn number 4. Going to cross that line. 42.289. 42.289. We'll see if that's fast enough to knock Dave off the top spot and put Tommy Ryan up there. We'll just have to see. No. Wow.
Not going to be able to do it. That's good enough for 4th. But Dave Comstock going to walk away with this one with a 101.403. Daniel Falkingham in 2nd with a 101.516. Trey Edson with a 101.802. Then Tommy Ryan there, 102.132.
Well, all right. All right, race fans, we're back here at Charlotte. The guys are warming up. All-Star race time. We're looking at 20, 20, 20, and 10 here tonight is going to be our stages. It's going to be wild, chaotic. If the opener has any bearing on what we're about to see, man, it's going to be a wild one. Gerald, what do you think?
I think you're right. The track's warmed up just a little bit more than it was in the opener and the qualifying, and it's got a lot of rubber down. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see, how that plays a role into the way these cars handle. We've already seen the trouble that they've had, in these the race your way in, the qualifier, and it was a lot of fun watching the actual qualifying for the guys that were locked in. So yeah, here we go.
Yep, as we're getting set here to go green flag racing tonight. Hold on to your hats, folks. These guys are about to have a wild one here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They're going to grid them up here. But it might be the official, but either way, we'll run a grid anyways here. Dave Comstock's going to be sitting it out front. Daniel Buckingham is going to be starting in second. In third place, Trey Edson. Tommy Ryan sitting in fourth. Fifth place man, Brian Daly. Sixth place starter, Chad Coleman. Seventh place, we got Adam Gillian. We got eighth place, Mike Kelly. Ninth place man, Brian Macklin. And around the top 10, Anthony Calatoni. As we look through, these are all the drivers here, plus the three who advanced into the All-Star. They're going to get set to do battle for the Sim500 All-Star race that... Whew, the opener saw some fireworks and everything else. It was a fantastic race. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, and I'd like to see, if you got to pick, who would you pick out there if you're watching, who you're rooting for to win this one? Because there's a whole lot of fast drivers here, and any one of these drivers could walk home with it. And they're going to do 3 stages, and the final stage will be, it'll be 4 stages total. Final stage will be 10 laps, but it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's going to be flat out. It's all or nothing here tonight. All-Star Racing with the Sim500 Esports Racing League here tonight. We're live here on Osrnetwork on YouTube. Want to appreciate everybody tuning in who has stuck with us. Had the opener earlier on. Had a great qualifying there. Single style deal with the pit stops happening. And now we're getting set here for the All-Star Clash here. It's going to be a good race. Lights off on the pace car. My man Gerald West up here. He's buckled up and ready to go. We're about to set to go racing.
Yeah, and these two guys sitting on the front row really earned their spot up there because it is not easy to qualify your way in the way that they did. To start where that they're starting at. They did a phenomenal job out there, and I enjoyed that.
Absolutely. We saw Jason Jabucky come through the field like he was on a mission. Let's see if he can do it again as the pace car's out of turn 4. Let's go racing for 20 laps. Does not leave a lot of time to do a lot here, but it's going to be exciting as the green flag flies. We're racing Charlotte style. Right now you saw David Comstock get that jump out front.
Yeah, he's going to leave them battling side by side behind him there. 2 by 2 there. Then you got the 81 single on the inside. And then you got Chad Coleman and the 2 of Mike Kelly.
Hey, yes, you do. Right now, you said it, 2 by 2 by 2. They're going to run right up on Dave Comstock. We talked about the draft and the opener. It's going to play a factor here, too. As you see the 40 machine, Trey Edson right there all over the back deck lid of the 42 of Dave Comstock's. They complete lap number 1. They're heading off in the lap number 2.
Great job so far out front by the 42. He's got all that clean air, and that really helps him out front and makes that car feel a lot better than these guys that are in that dirty air.
Adam Gilliland thought about taking it right there 3 wide, thought better of it there as he moved back in the line. Up front, battle for the lead. Trey Edson crashing.
39 got loose there coming through turns 3 and 4. Daniel Falkingham and the 99 of Tommy Ryan just couldn't keep from getting into him. It just happened so fast.
Yep, right there, and you see, man, chaos. Almost like a Talladega-style thing. Caution's out. The 99 got in it. Oh, and he went sliding off down into the infield, into the wall. 81 of Adam was involved in it. Let's go back. I believe that's the nope. I don't know who that car is there. It's the 06. Brian Daly. I don't know which one looked better. EJ O'Rourke's hit on pit road or this one right here. Watch this on the replay. Brian Daly taking a ride as he got turned, he got hit, and when he did, that thing smashed, boom, right there into the wall.
Yeah, hard hit.
It's probably safe to say that his night's probably done.
Yeah, and you know, we seen it earlier in the Race Your Way In race. You know, we had a lot of crashes, a lot of cars go out early, and here we are early in this one under caution already, and you know, a lot of cars with damage.
Yep, and that number 42, Dave Comstock, sitting in second. Trey Edson right there. The 40 machine. He had to stop for a moment because he got way out in front of the pit cars. Pace car's going to run right by him here in a few, catch up to him. Trey Edson got out front. He did what he had to do, but again, you can just feel the urgency of these guys. It's only 20 laps to the stage, and it's just like a shootout. You know, the bragging rights, a little bit of prize on the line. You know, no points. These guys are going to go for it. You can see all night long they're pushing the envelope of what these cars can do.
Yeah, you know, and to me, I like to take it easy at first. You know, that's why I don't like always starting up front. But do you go for the stage win, or do you lay back and, you know, save your car for later and try to park it in victory lane? You know, what I always say, Joe, to finish first, you must first finish. And if you get caught up in something early, it's going to take away your chances of parking that thing in victory lane. So it's a really tough decision that you have to make. And once you make that decision, you got to just roll with it.
Hey, I tell you what, food for thought there from Gerald, I tell you, and never had done him wrong. Obviously, he got 4 titles to tell about it. Man knows what he's talking about on it, and I got to agree with you. You know, you're right. Do you want these stage wins to be known as, hey, look, I won the stage, or do you just want to be known as the all-star winner? You know, some guys want to win it all, you know, all the stages, all the wins. And I'm not saying you can't do that. It's doable, but it's going to be a tough task because we've seen these cars right now tonight be on top of each other. Not one person has been able to kind of dominate and get out front yet. They're just so close quarters, and the draft is playing a factor here.
Absolutely, and they racked them back up, and we're gonna send it again.
And Trey Edson's the man in the 40. Going to be out front as pace lights are off, coming out of turn 4 here to get us set to go back. And remember, after that stage, they will not count the caution in between the stage, so lap 20 is what we're looking for here. As pace cars in, Trey Edson's going to drop the hammer, make the thing loud. We're going back green flag here at Charlotte.
Green flag, green flag.
And we've seen the leader all night long here, Gerald, get a jump out front, but that only lasts for about a lap, maybe a half a lap, before that field runs him down.
Yeah, he really gets a good bite, you know, and it gives him that 2 or 3 car head start, and then they usually kind of get a little bit closer to him on the backstretch, like you see here. The 42 of Dave Comstock just pulls right up to the back bumper, shoves him off into the turn. But both of these cars have really good grip level around the bottom. But the problem we're seeing is when these cars are going around a little bit higher in the corner, they kind of lose the rear end a little bit. So at any moment, these cars could, you know, just snap out from under them. So you got to watch out in front of you, keep your eyes open.
And Mike Kelly stuck on the high side. Here comes Justin Fuller to the inside, looking like he's wanting to try to do something. He's got it pushed up on the back tailgate of the 42 there. Everybody's trying in a freight train following the 40 there. Trey Edson, who is out front coming into turn 4 to complete this lap, this time by as a steal or single file for the top 3 for the moment as Mike Kelly's out up top.
Yeah, Mike Kelly doing it all by himself up top. I mean, he's got a little bit of help, but he's further back. There's the 84. but the high side carries a lot more momentum than the bottom, and especially on older tires. If you can get around the outside of somebody and they have to get out of that gas, then of course the high side is just going to prevail.
And so far, so good. It's still going side by side there. Justin Fuller on the inside. Mike is still holding to the outside. He's got a little bit of help now with the number 84 there of Anthony Calatoni. He's got the 30 up there with their Brian Macklin. But you still see Trey Etzen holding off the hard chargers behind him there of Dave Comstock. Looks like everybody's pacing to reckon.
Yeah, big wreck there. A couple guys got lucky and slid through there, but EJ O'Rourke just nowhere to go there at the end and plows right into the 84.
I'll tell you what, Nick Timms got loose back there with old EJ O'Rourke. This started up front here. We'll catch a glimpse on who it was. We're riding along with EJ right here just to show you. Oh, yeah, boom. Ouch. Nothing he could do.
Yeah, you know, it all happens so fast, and you kind of try to get the car woed down, but, you know, when you're hard on the brakes like that, there's not a whole lot of wheel you can put into it to make the car react fast enough. So, you know, you end up getting into a little bit. That's another good thing about hanging back early in the race, you know.
Anthony Calatoni was the one that looks like he got a little bit up on the wall. The 30 there was behind him. They were just pushing and shoving. Brian Macklin up there. I mean, everybody trying to get what they could get. Yeah, it looks like the 84 got the wall. Brian just got right in the back end, kind of slowed the car down. Next thing, just chaos from there. Cars everywhere. EJ involved. A lot of guys, man, suffering some heartbreak here early in the All-Star race.
Exactly, Joe. Heartbreak it is. And, you know, every one of these drivers worked so hard to get a position here into this race to get a shot at winning it. And, you know, going out early is it's a tough break. It's hard to swallow.
And just let me remind folks, I'm going to tell you, these guys out here, I've seen them. I've watched them race. I did a whole season with them. Gerald helped me on the Wednesday nights. We watched the whole season with them in trucks. These guys are some of the best. But it's an all-star race. Again, this is for bragging rights. This is for prize money. It's no points on the line. This is just come out here, who's got the fastest, who's got the biggest set, who can send it the most, who can win. I mean, it's pretty much just go big, go home. And that's why you're pretty much seeing the racing we're seeing right now.
Yeah, you said it right. You said it right. I mean, we've seen it over time and time again. You know, we've caught a lot of races. This is actually only my first or second All-Star race, so I haven't caught a whole lot of these, and especially with the caliber of drivers that we have here tonight.
Yeah, you know, I've called some all-star races, but I've never called one quite to this magnitude that has been kind of maybe this, what's the word of authentic? How's that? That's a good word. You know, I'll pull that out of the redneck thesaurus right there. How's that? Make me sound like I'm smart. Yeah, I mean, you know, because this one has, they've done an outstanding job. Justin Fuller here putting this thing together tonight. Joey Katina there supporting him, and all the other drivers helping him out. The admins here at Sim500 done an exceptional job putting this whole thing together. Appreciate them letting us here, man, at Osrnetwork, online, simracingnetwork.com, broadcasted here for us. And, you know, again, I appreciate Gerald coming up here to the booth with me. Because, man, it has been definitely different, unique, and interesting at the same time. I mean, nobody likes pacing a lot, but understand that's just a product of the racing we're going to get tonight. These guys are just not going to leave anything out there on the table.
Yeah, it's racing, you know, things happen. And it's no different here. You know, it's the All-Star race. All these guys want it. And a lot of these wrecks, you know, they're not intentional. It's just racing.
Yep. And they're definitely just going for it. Trey Etzen, the man right now leading it. And he's looking like he wants to be the one to put this thing in victory lane here for stage number 1. I appreciate it there, Mark. And Dave Comstock sitting in second. You got Justin Fuller there in third. Mike Kelly up there in the 4th place. Adam Gillian, he's up to 5th. Excuse me. Jason Jabucky. I'm going to tell you why. Watch out for that kid, man. I watched him race. We watched him race in the opening. And when he got a chance and he got a shot, and he just got that taste of what the lead was like. He was like a shark in water. And, boy, he came through there hot and hungry.
That's a good way to put it, Joe. Hot and hungry, and he's not the only one. You know, there's a lot of hot and hungry drivers out there.
Absolutely, man. I'll tell you, it's a good race so far. Scott Simley up there to 7th. Remember, he was one of the winners. Him and Jason was one of the winners of the opening in the stages to make their way into this race, along with Bobby Wetzel, who's up in the 9th right now. So the 3 winners in the first opening are in the top 10. Don't count them out. It ain't over with yet. Maybe for the stage 1 here, we're getting close. It's lights off on the pace car. Trey Edson's the man out front. Dave Comstock, he put it on pole for the event tonight. He's on the 2nd place there. But Trey says, I want to win this one, the next one, and the next one, and the last one here tonight, and just win it all and say, I'm the king here at Sim500.
Yeah, that's a good title, man. You know, I'd love to be the king of Sim500.
Well, somebody tonight's going to have the bragging rights for the rest of the season to say that they are the all-star here at the Sim500 Esports Racing League. And it's going to be a good one and a good feeling to be able to say that week in and week out. What did you do this season? Well, I just won the All-Star race, so that makes me the man sitting on top of the cloud 9. As a pace car, lights are off. Here we go. We're getting set to go green flag racing here. Get these boys back to complete. Got about, looks to be about 7 more laps. About 6 more laps will be before we go into stage 1. So could Trey Edson hold them off? Pace cars in. The number 40 machine is about to send it to the green flag here tonight. Green flag flies. We're back racing at Charlotte.
Green flag, green flag.
Trey gets another good jump out front.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing that all night. Look at Nick Timms, Dave Comstock side by side. Here comes the 81. He's got a bit of a run there. He's going to leave Dave Comstock up on the high side, stick his nose in there on the bottom. We got a battle for the lead up front.
Justin Fuller says, I will not be denied tonight. He comes to the high line, side by side out of the turn, but Trey Edson says, not so fast there, young man. I will take that low line back with you. He's got a bad fast 40 as they come to the line drag race. Nose out front. Trey takes it that time. They're still duking it out 2 by 2 by 2, heading into turn 1.
Great race going on here so far. It's going to be 5 to go here for this stage.
3 wide down the backstretch, heading into turn number 3. You don't think these guys want that title to win? Think again. You don't think they want the stage? Think again. The 81, Adam Gilliland, down low out of turn 3. He's going to make the move to take the lead.
And here comes Jason Jacoby, the 88. He won stage, 2 was it? And he's got a very fast car. He said he had a car to win this one, and I don't doubt him.
And that 88 is definitely bad fast. He had to move back a little bit there. He got slowed up, but out front, the Adam is holding him off. Trey Edson all over the back tailgate. He goes high, but on the inside, Justin Fuller puts that door down there with him. Here comes Jason Jabucky. I'm going to tell you what, it is heating up with 5-3 to go here for the first stage.
Oh, contact, gets sideways. He hangs on to it. The 40 makes it around, and he goes around. Jason Jacoby caught a little piece of that.
Wow. Okay, let's go back on the replay because I was watching the leader as the leader got turned and all that mess that was happening up there. Oh, yeah, he got sideways. And then he went up the track and got even more. You're right, Jason got a little. Bobby Wetzel got it. 2 of the first opener guys. Whew, He almost had that thing saved.
Bobby hit pretty hard there. It's going to give him a lot of damage on the front end of his car. And looks like the 99 of Tommy right there. He's picked up a little bit of damage there for that first contact, the initial caution.
We're right there. It just shows you that the closing rate is so fast here. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. You just saw Trey Edson. He closed in on the back end of the 81 of Adam and just very lightly tapped him. Adam got it straightened up, but then it just wiggled, got up the track. Jason barely got a little bit of contact. It hurt the nose a little bit. Bobby probably got the worst end of that one along with Adam right there. Let's have to see how it affects those cars later on in the race.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if that's going to end the stage here, or it looks like these guys are coming down pit road, so it might be the stage-ending caution right there.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, and if so, Trey Edson's going to hang on to win stage 1 here in a wild one. in the first 20 laps. Wow. Well, let's bring him up real quick here and get a word with him because that was wild.
Yeah. Give me a second, Joe. I'm going to think about something.
Oh, you going to think about something? He said go think about something. Well, while he's thinking, I'm going to bring Trey up. How's that?
User was moved to your channel.
Trey, Joe at the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Trey, I think this is pretty much going to end our first stage here. It's going to take us into 20 laps. Hope I'm right by saying. If so,
You are.
you just won the first stage and a wild one there. You gotta take us back on there. I got a feeling the closing rate of these cars are so quick. Sometimes, man, things just happen. Look like you just barely got in the back end there of the 81, but it's like one of them racing things.
Yeah, we're teammates. So before I could even key up to talk to him about it, he was pretty livid. So, but I can tell you what happened since you don't want to listen. Yeah, just pretty much what you said. He has a little bit of damage, and the closing rate was just so huge into one. It was almost like he lifted, and I know he didn't because you really don't in this package. But I just couldn't check up in time. So it is what it is. It's an exhibition. Thank goodness. There's no points or anything involved. But I hate to see it happen.
Oh yeah, I do too. And again, it's just a product of this racing packaged car. We love it. It's exciting to watch. No, it's nerve-wracking for the drivers. Like you said, man, just that closing rate there. Some things happening, but you've had a fast car. You know, you was able to get out front, stay out front, and hold off guys like David Comstock, Justin Fuller, and all. Do you think you got the car maybe that can hold off these guys for the rest of the time here?
I don't know, man. It's you saw it with David the first few laps to where it's like a plate race where you got to work one of the lanes with whoever has the run, and then I guess he moved up to block the top, and then I got a huge push and passed him. So it's like a sitting duck. I was leading our Coke 600 a few weeks ago, and it was really the first time I had been out front. So I didn't know what to do with this package. So yeah, you're just a sitting duck, and you're gonna have to throw some big blocks. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, it's
3 more segments.
Go home. Yeah, go big, go home. Like I said, 3 more segments, and you could call yourself the Allstar of the Sim500 if you can make it there to the end. Again, good luck out there, Trey.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right. See if we can't get him back down there to his teammates. All right, Aftermath Motorsports. Gerald said he was going to go think about something. You done thinking, Gerald? Okay. He's not done thinking. Not done checking. He'll be back in a minute. Are you back now?
Yeah, I was thinking about something.
Oh, okay. What would you think about?
Well, now I'm thinking about what he said. You know, he did a good job out there to win stage 1, but like he said, it's plenty of race left here, and I hate to see him getting into his teammate like that. And I know how it is. It's happened to me before. Before you can say anything, your teammate is livid, so they really don't want to hear it.
Well, and hey, look, you're a racer. I've raced before. You understand emotions run high on the track. Nobody, well, I don't want to say nobody. Sometimes some people do intentionally wreck, but yeah, you don't really want to get out there and mess up, especially a teammate. And, when you do get hit or get involved in something like that, you definitely, especially when you got a fast car up front, sure, you just, I don't know, kind of upset. I mean, I get it on Adam's part, but again, it's just, this product of this car out here, we've seen it all night long, even in the opener. Heck, I even seen it on some of the other races, like what Trey alluded to, the Coke 600 that they run here, or the regular style points race that they run at Charlotte. These cars are just a handful. You're right there on top of each other. And tonight, they're pushing them even more than what they would push them in a normal points race.
Oh yeah, and he said it's an exhibition race, and good thing it ain't for points or anything, but it's still an all-star race. So the reason why he's so mad, but that's there's not a whole lot you can do in those situations, and it's kind of like I said earlier about being put in a box. With this drafting package, everybody's racing so close together. The cars are so equal at these 1.5 miles, and they're so fast. And it happens so fast. You know, there's nothing you can really do, but you do try everything you can to keep from getting into anybody. And like you said, it's not intentional, which is another reason I love league racing so much, because you know that the guys are not going to intentionally wreck you out there because you got to race with them week in and week out.
Absolutely. Well, you just saw Trey Etzen go off on pit road because he is actually stage 1 winner, and I guess what's going to happen on that is they're going to let him sit on pit road for the next stage, and he's not going to be able to come out till the end, I believe, or is he going to be able to come out now?
You might have to go to the back.
Yeah, might have got the EOL now. I mean, they might still have their penalty system in play here tonight. I do know in the Sim500, I like how they do their stuff. It's pretty much the drivers on them to call it out, and if they call it out, hey, look, it's on me, then they'll get the EOL. If not, then the admins at the end of the race will go back. I don't know if they've changed their rule or not. That's how it was before. At the end of the race, if they don't, they'll go back, and then there's a points deduction and all that stuff gets in, and penalties and all that. So kind of like that, instead of going, oh yeah, well, leaving it up to admins and EOLs and stuff. Leave it on the driver's shoulders. We're getting set to go back. Green flag. Justin Fuller, though, the man out front, he gets a good start as the green flag flies. And Gerald, I'll tell you, all night long we've seen the leader get a good start, but it only takes about a lap or so before him to run him down. But we're going to see if Dave Comstock has anything for Justin Fuller. Right now, it's Mike Kelly sitting in third. Right there, Scott Simley and Jason Jabucky. That young man's not going to give up, damage or not. He says, look, I still can win here tonight. You got trouble with the mic over there, me?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Jason Jacoby, man, the 88, that's the one I was watching earlier. He won that stage. We know he's got a fast car. He knows he's got a fast car. Can he keep it clean? That's going to be the hard thing. These guys are going to have to keep these cars clean until the in later stages of the race.
Well, the 88, he got a little bit of contact involved in that last wreck there, so he's got a little damage on the nose. It's not too bad. He's still got a bad, fast machine. He's up to 5th right now, trying to work over Scott Simley there for the 4th place. It's kind of ironic. There's 2 guys who raced their way into this race. Right now, they're racing each other. Jason's got the 4th place spot. He's bringing that thing to the front. We got a caution out.
Yeah, we got Bobby Wetzel around in the back there. The 9 didn't see it. It was looking up front, so we have to go back and look.
Go back and see on Bobby Wetzel here, and Daniel Falkingham right there. Oh, he just lost in the turn again, and Daniel nowhere to go. It kind of pushed him up into the wall, tore the whole front end off, but basically what we saw in the opener race, that rear end stepped out from under him.
Yeah, and it's not normal for that to happen, and I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
They were saying, they was like, hey, no, hey, Joe, the car's still tight out here. Some of the drivers was telling us, but it's just maybe they're over driving it, and that would be the only explanation, because I'm like you, Gerald, and if anybody has run on iRacing, you would know that this place here usually is a product of being tight after a while, and you've got to actually kind of back the turns up a little bit, or kind of, be easy. Just kind of unusual to see them, but you can overdrive the turn. I mean, folks, even as much as they say they can flat foot or hold it wide open, can't hold it wide open forever around here. You will eventually have to crack that throttle into the turn at some point. And at some point, though, those tires will give.
Yeah, to me it looks like it's really loose on entry. It could be tight, coming off the corner, like they were saying earlier. It felt tight, and that might be what they're talking about, the exit of the corner. But it looks like a lot of the trouble is happening on entry, but we have seen some of them happen on the exit of the corner. So it looks loose to me, Joe.
That's what I'm going to agree with you. Yeah, to me, looks definitely loose, but it is what it is on what they're saying. I mean, they're behind the wheel. Obviously, it's nerve-wracking for us to watch and look. This is not an iRacing fixed set these guys are used to. Okay. Well, now that might make sense. Okay, so we didn't know that. No, okay, I don't know if you see that there, Gerald.
Yeah,
let me explain.
Said it earlier.
Yeah, okay, that's the first time I've seen it. Let me explain a little bit, maybe to the new people out there, that what Mark just said there. iRacing has what they call fixed setup styles, and these guys here, and I've heard them do this before. If you've ever watched the past races that they've done in the old Cup package, and you know how the old Cup package was at Talladega Daytona, single file, hard to pass. But go back and watch their races, and you'll notice a lot of side-by-side passing and outside style racing. Reason was is these guys make what they call a custom setup. They just tweak the fixed setups, all they do, and man, they make it interesting. Basically, is what they've done tonight. A lot of guys just aren't used to it out here, and it's new. So maybe there is where we're seeing this looseness out here tonight. Is maybe it's not the norm of what these guys are used to seeing on a fixed setup.
Yeah, it might be a balance issue or weight issue. You know, either way, it just looks like the rear end has little to no grip on entry or exit.
Yeah. And I've noticed them to do that before, just mostly on plate tracks. They probably don't have to do it now with the new setup like it is. But before, if you I know you're familiar with the old Cup package, man, that was like pretty much just a freight train style racing. If you were out front, you knew you were the man, unless you had a lot of help on the outside. You wasn't taking the outside lane around the leader. Very rare that would happen. So normally it was a lot of single file until this package came out. But I know they were back then, they would take a custom setup. They would just tweak a few things, like I said, the fix. And man, I'm going to tell you, they made some exciting racing out of it at Talladega Daytona. It was interesting what they did with the Cup cars.
Yeah, we seen Mark out there earlier, Mark Creighton. So, he knows a little bit about what the car feels like. And, he actually give us a little insider information on that.
Yeah.
If you want to,
Yeah, we got the insider trading. We got some insider information.
Yeah.
Inside setup info.
He said he went from last to first, and I mean,
maybe Mark can explain to us then what he's seeing. Maybe he can give maybe a little explanation on what he thinks these guys are feeling going in that turn. Because obviously, like me and you're seeing, it looks loose when they lose it, like they're losing it. Are they just overdriving the setup? Are they overdriving the turn? I know they're pushing these things very hard tonight because that's just basically what the All-Star race is. But again, are they feeling it? Because, earlier we talked to one of the drivers there, and they were like, no, it's still tight out here, Joe. It's just a product of, hey, we're overdriving it.
Yeah, he's saying it's really free in the center of the corner after about 6 or so laps. So I guess that's, the issue. It looks like to me that it's really loose on entry. But like I said earlier, we have seen them get loose on exit. So it's somewhere in between, the entry and the exit of the corner that the car is really upset.
Absolutely. Here we go. Well, the lights off on the pace car. And I tell you what, Hitman Racewear. Check it out. You want some Hitman stuff? Pick those guys out. They got some good racewear over there. As pace cars in. Pulling for Chris Jaboo out there. Is Chris right now. He's sitting back in the 6th spot. Green flag flies. Justin Fuller drops the hammer. We're back racing. And again, he gets another good jump over Dave Comstock. Mike Kelly's right there tearing up the back end of him, but behind him, side by side with Jason Jaboki, and you got Chris Jaboo back in the mix with Scott Simley.
Yeah, Tommy Ryan with a little bit of damage there. Looks like he's still got a good car, though. It's probably, not good to be up front, but as long as he has that draft, it should be okay, but he's probably off on a little bit of his straightaway speed.
Yeah, and I think we're only, about 6 laps into the second stage?
That's a good question. Supposedly lap 20,
Lap 20 was the first one, but they had a caution, so we'll get an update on what lap we're on here and get to the end. I know Gerald, he'll get the investigating reporting going on.
Yeah, well, if it's like I think it is, then, lap 20 was the actual stage end. So whoever was leading at the end of lap 20 actually got that. So here we are 12 laps into this one.
Yep. Well, remember, the caution laps actually count. So, yeah. Good deal. We're going to go with that. We get confused at the end.
I mean, that's the only way I can see it, unless somebody out there watching knows more than I do. But I think that we're about 8 laps to go.
All right, right now you can already see him 3 wide racing. Mike Kelly tries to take it to the inside. Oh, Justin Fuller got way loose. That's going to check the field up. Contact again, 3 and 4 wide in the back. Boy, that was disaster waiting to happen right there. Close quartered style racing here.
Yeah, and just like that, Tommy Ryan's back in it. Here he is running third with a little bit of damage. So, anything can happen here. And, Justin Fuller, one of the best drivers out there, along with these other guys. They're all the best. But Justin, he's a champion here. And you've seen what happened.
Yep, and Tommy Ryan, one of the top here with his good qualifying. Dave Comstock put it out on the pole here at the top, but Jason Jabucky, I'm going to tell you what, that kid won't be denied. He's got damage, but he says, I want the lead. He's up high trying to do everything he can. They come in a race to the line. Him and Tommy. Tommy's going to get it by inches right there for second. David's still going to hang on to the top spot.
Yeah, look at them side by side here. Tommy Ryan on the bottom and the 88 and Jason Jacoby on the high side. And then Mike Kelly right behind him in the 12. See, that's who we got to watch for, the 12 and the 2. These two guys, man, they're just lurking. They're waiting. And here comes the 52. He sticks his nose in there underneath the 12. Scott Smiley.
Everybody's high.
Joe.
Man, well, I'm going to tell you, it's just so much action on there. 52 got
Lord.
run down the track.
And you've got me saying Scott Smiley now.
Hey, boy, the man's smiling up a cool breeze, and he definitely knows he's got a fast car. Justin Fuller all over the track. He's got that thing high and wide going up on the top side. Jason Jabucky's killing the back end. He can put his car in the trunk right now. On the bottom, Scott battle for the lead. Tommy Ryan's all over Dave Comstock right now.
Yeah, and it's crazy to see Tommy up there battling for the lead there. Actually, not really battling for it, but up there in second, pushing along the backside of Dave. But you can tell that Tommy has that little bit of damage as the 42 of Dave Comstock just pulls away on a little bit from him.
He does. David right now out front leading this one along with Tommy Ryan's right there. Justin Fuller has got back up to third. He knows he wants this thing, and he knows he can close in. He's got a fast machine. Just got to hang all 4 tires in there. He's going diving under the inside of old Tommy. He's going to try to take that spot, and it looks like for the moment he does.
Yeah, and Tommy just can't put up much of a fight there, knowing he has that little bit of damage holding him up, slowing him down. But we're about to get a confirmation here at the end of lap 40. At the completion of lap 40, if they throw a caution, then we'll know that we are on schedule for our 2020 and 20.
Well, right now we're just going to keep calling it as it is, and whoever's out front's out front. Boy, I tell you what, Scott Simley, he did his best slide job, dirt imitation out of turn 4, held on to that thing, great save. But here up front, the battle is intensifying. Right now, the 51, Justin Fuller, has pulling up on the back end there of David Comstock. But here comes Tommy Ryan. He says, not so fast, boys. I'm still in the fight.
Yeah, and it really makes it fun to watch when these guys running the setup here that's loose like this. It gives everybody a shot, and it really puts it into the driver's hands. And it gives Tommy Ryan a chance, even though he has that little bit of damage. These guys, they got all that downforce, but they're still a little bit loose, so they got to get out of the throttle. And maybe that little bit of damage gives Tommy what he needs. He don't have to get out of the gas. Or maybe it tightens the car up just enough to where he can stay in the throttle,
He is staying right there, man. He's got in striking distance of the top 2 guys right now out of turn 4. We'll see if this is the final time. If so, David Comstock will put it into stage 2. But I tell you, Justin Fuller looks to the inside. Looks like we're still going at the moment right now. Battle for the lead. Jason, boy, I tell you what, Justin Fuller made a move, but he slides up the track, crossover out of the last turn, down the backstretch between the 2.
Yeah, and it could be a stage without a caution thrown at the end. So that, keep that in mind as well. So let's put, who led that last lap? Dave Comstock?
Yeah. And he
That'll
leads
give
this
him
one
stage
also.
2. Yeah.
They're supposed to throw the cautions between them. They're supposed to.
Okay, so we still got a stage ending coming here in the next couple of laps. And we got a side-by-side battle between Comstock and Fuller, man. They are going at it in the 40 of Trey Edson's just sitting there watching.
He's hoping these two guys, man. Trey Edson is back up there in the mix again. He pushes and moves on the back end of the 42 of Dave Comstock and will just pretty much just push him down the front stretch heading into turn 1. Man, what a race up front between all three of these guys.
Yeah, and he knew to back off of him into the corner there because the car must be already loose for him. So didn't want to cause any trouble or any accidents. So he got up off the back end as they went through the corner.
Well, if you're not a race fan, you should be one after tonight. If you don't enjoy, man, fast cars beating and banging, obviously, man, get help tomorrow because this race tonight has definitely, man, gave everything. And that's it. Caution's out. That is the end of the stage. Dave Comstock has won stage at number 2, folks. Woo, what a thriller. What a wild one up front there. Man, I don't know what more we could ask for tonight, Gerald, in this kind of racing.
Yeah, so Trey Edson gets first stage. Dave Comstock wins stage 2.
Well, Aftermath Motorsports is pretty much just making everybody an afterthought.
Yeah, simply put, I'd say you're right.
Yeah. Whew. Wow. Well, let's bring up Dave Comstock and get a word with him real quick. David, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just said Aftermath Motorsports is making everybody an afterthought tonight because you guys are rolling out there. You had a fast machine and was able to hold on to it. Stage 2, you got enough to hold on to the end?
Yeah, just got to play the lanes and just hope you don't get loose early because it tightens up as we go. It's pretty loose to start. So just trying to keep the track position and try to hold them off the best we can.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, y'all's definition of tight is me and Gerald up here watching y'all dance around, flying and sliding all over the place. It's just not a definition of what we're seeing on the track. So you guys say tight. We're seeing y'all out there skate around.
It's loose to start.
Yeah, and it's wild racing. But I tell you what, good luck out there, David, man, here on the end.
Thanks.
All right, getting back down there to this crew. Well, I'll tell you what, again, Gerald, they're saying tight. But, man, we're seeing them loose at the beginning and loose at the end and the middle. At what point are we seeing tight cars out here? Because am I missing something? I don't know.
We're getting all kinds of information, Joe. And none of it's consistent. Like we heard from Mark, he said it gets loose after 6 laps. Then we hear from Dave, and he says, well, it gets loose early and then it tightens up. So, those two statements are kind of different. There's one saying it's loose early, and one saying it's loose after. So. I mean, I really don't know what to think. I'm just kind of going off of what I see. But either way, man, like you said, if this ain't getting you into racing, then you probably ain't never going to get into it.
Yeah. You might as well just hang it up and go play golf. That's what I always used to say, man. Because that's about as exciting. I mean, it has been thrilling this whole entire night here for the All-Star race from the Sim500 Esports Racing League. And, I tell you what, tight after 25 or so. Yeah, well, they're not going 25 laps, so wait a minute. All right.
So it's loose for the whole stage,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but then they're saying it's
they're
tight.
Getting more tires and, so they're always on a loose race car. It's going to be tonight.
That's what I'm seeing on the track, but again, the drivers are saying tight. Hey, they're behind the wheel, so there you go, what they feel. What we're seeing is some great racing, nonetheless. I mean, these guys are putting it all on the line. Now, Aftermath Motorsports has been the team to beat. They're, like I just said, they're making everybody an afterthought on the track, and they're hoping to say one of their teammates, we are the All-Stars here at Sim500. Well, Joey Katina, if you're watching, I know you're out of town right now. You said you're going to try to get to watch. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying, man, the show, and I hope if you get to go back and watch, you definitely enjoy it. Because it has been a thriller tonight here at Charlotte for this All-Star race. Right now, E.J. O'Rourke going to be the man out front. He actually pitted before that stage. So was this a smart move?
Yeah, the problem is he's got a little bit of damage, so it might stack the field up just a little bit, but it just depends on how his car is running right now. And I was watching him a little bit earlier during that last run. He was just kind of hanging back, so I didn't really get a good read on what his car's like.
I appreciate it, Mark. Well, right now, EJ's got a little damage. David Comstock sitting there in second. Justin Fuller sitting in third. Trey Edson in fourth. Tommy Ryan sitting in fifth. It's definitely been an outstanding race so far amongst. And there goes EJ into pit road. He's finally going to decide, all right, maybe I'm not quite fast enough. I'm going to drop it off in there. Going to put Dave Comstock back up front along with Justin Fuller and company. As we're getting set here, now the light's off on the pace car. These laps don't count, so here we go. We'll definitely get an official for the next 20 laps, as we're going to be at lap 49, so that would be 59, 69 at the end of it.
Let me get a calculator. Hold on. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That'd be easy because you just got to add 10 and 10.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's closing out pretty quick, too, Joe. I mean, these laps are ticking off quickly, and Aftermath they got a good shot at dominating this thing. They've already got the first two stages, so we'll see what happens.
And they've got Trey Edson right up there along with them. They've got Dave Comstock sitting out front. You know what? Justin Fuller. So you've got the top three guys right now, all Aftermath Motorsports, sitting out front. I mean, what more would you want? And they've been fast all night long. Who can win stage number 3? That's what's going to be next when they come across the line. It'll be lap 49. When the green flag flies, 20 laps from there will be the end of stage 3. Now, the last 10-lap shootout, folks, none of the caution laps will count. That'll be when we'll have to really keep up with it if there's a caution there. It'll be pretty much like it was in the opener. But the light's off on the pace car out of turn 4. Going to drop off on pit road. Here we go. Dave Comstock's going to drop that hammer for these guys. And we're back green flag racing here, All-Star style at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, usually when you got two teammates starting up front like that, they'll kind of, give each other the cue when to go. But you see Dave Comstock didn't say nothing to Justin. And Justin had to just watch him and look at the lead Dave Comstock got. But expect these guys to come roaring up on their back end. And, with these guys being teammates, maybe Mike Kelly and the 21 and the 99 of Tommy Ryan might be able to hook up.
Well, I'll tell you another guy watch out for here, Gerald. He says he sucks, but I don't know all about that. Nicholas Cohan, he's back there in the 21. I said it's the Snicker car. Then I looked again, I had to blink twice, and it says Nick sucks on the side. So, kind of unique, but no, either way, he's coming to the front.
Yeah, it's a good-looking car, though. I'll give him that. It is a Toyota, and it does have a little bit of damage on the back end. But I don't think that should hurt him too bad if he can just get his nose out front and maybe have a little bit of help behind him. He should have a car to be good enough to park it in victory lane. And I'm still surprised to see Tommy Ryan in the 99 running up there with the amount of damage that he hit. Oh, look at that.
Well, I was about to say the worst enemy that Aftermath could have is probably their own self, because they have been racing each other very hard all night long, and you just saw it right there. Him and Dave Comstock, Trey Edson got together, and then the 51 got in the back end because, well, Trey just kind of slowed up a little bit. Nothing he could do. Wow. Hey, Justin Fuller involved in that one. Let's go back on the replay.
That, Joe. Just like that. The 51 of Justin Fuller didn't get into the back of him. The 40 of Trey Edson just got loose. And,
he did.
That's what we've been seeing.
Yeah. He got loose and obviously slowed up, and that's why I was saying the 51 was just right there. Maybe was pushing a little bit, but unfortunately he got damaged too, the 51. Their own worst enemies right there. And Tommy Ryan, he got spun around also. Got collected. So huge, heavy hitters up front right there, taken out of this one. Wow.
Yeah, the handling of these cars has really changed, you know, the outcome. Actually, what I thought this race was going to be. I thought this race would be pretty much green flag the whole time besides the stage, but just the way that these cars are handling is causing trouble for these guys.
And it's been exciting for us to watch. It's actually kind of a mix between, like what you said, out of control and loose, tight, but draft package involved and on top of each other. And I'm going to tell you, that's kind of a mix right there. It makes it exciting because it's kept the cars close. It's kept them right there on top of each other. But it's also made these drivers drive these cars because they're right there on the edge of being so loose that they have to drive them. And there again, they can hold it a little bit wide open. So I will give credit to credit's due to the drivers and the setup. It has made it definitely interesting and exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been exciting to watch because you just don't know what's going to happen. You know, and they're all running so close together. It's just that one little slip, and we got a pile of cars. You know, I don't know what to say, Joe.
I'm getting a close-up of this Nicholas Cohan car, and I got to check that out. It's obviously a Snickermobile, but he has changed the name of Snickers to Nick Sucks. And don't know if that's just because he feels like he's a bad driver, but we obviously know Nick Cohan is very, very good driver. Well,
strategy.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe psych his opponents out. There you go.
There you go.
So Nick Sucks. I mean, is that a new candy bar they're coming out with?
If it is, I don't want none of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, no. What about the Nick bar? That would be kind of cool. What do you think?
No.
You don't want the Nick bar?
No. Put no Nick bars in my mouth.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's good looking paint job. It's good looking paint job. It's unique, different, kind of wild, man. For them to throw it up differently right there. So, Dave Comstock out front. Mike Kelly's right there.
So Nick
said, okay, here we go.
Navarro.
Here we go, Gerald. We got the inside line. Nick says, inside joke, Joe, just all in fun. I make dumb mistakes sometimes, so okay, all right. Well, when I first saw it there, Nick, I saw the car and I went, oh, it's a cool Snicker car. Then the more I looked at it, I went, wait a minute. It don't say Snickers on the side. Why would he? Nick's, oh, Lord.
So what are we looking at on this last stage here?
69, because the cautions do count. The cautions count. It's they don't count between the last 10 laps. None of the cautions count. Laps count.
So we're gonna have a 5-lap shootout.
Now remember, we got to go to lap 69. It's the end of the stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're only at lap 55 right now.
Well, that would be 15 more laps. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, that's why I calculated from 49 to 69, so I'll watch the ticker and watch what lap we're on, actually. Yeah, we went green at lap 49, so 20 laps to there's lap 69, so we should see the caution fly at lap 69.
Yeah, and then we're going to have another
theoretically. There we go.
Final stage of 10 laps.
Yeah, now, and in that 10 laps, none of these caution laps count, so that would be if we had, 10 cautions, obviously. We're going to be in for a long night with 10 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you got a mouse in your pocket?
Well, no, not really. I hope not.
Well, you said we.
Oh. What do you mean we? Man, listen at you. I got my dog at my foot. What do you think?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, man,
all right, Joe. Lights are off.
And the one thing we can't say, it has definitely been interesting tonight. It has been an awesome race. Fun and exciting, sim racing here tonight. I loved it. As like Gerald just said, lights off on the pace car. Pace car's in. Dave Comstock, he was able to survive through all that carnage and is going to bring him to the green flag. Green flag flies. We're back racing.
Yep, 15 to go in stage 3. Just heard from the admins.
That's what I was thinking. So that will put us at, we said 15, so lap 70, 69, 70. So they'll complete lap 69 is what they're going to do. But Dave Comstock gets a jump out front. Mike Kelly's right there. Nick Cohan's behind him. I'll tell you another guy to keep you an eye on, Anthony DeBarro. He is definitely fast. If he can get that silver bullet up there, he will definitely be able to rumble to the front. Right now, Dave Comstock's got Mike Kelly just went by him, and Dave's going, where in the world did he come from?
Yeah, Mike Kelly blew by him like he was tied to a stump, and here comes Nick.
Nick's right there, right now looking good in that number 21 machine. He's got the 42 high. Here comes Adam Gillian. That's the teammate. He's going to come up through the field right now. He's bringing Anthony DeBarro and Scott Simley. We're about to have another, looks about 6 cars for the battle up front.
Yeah, Nick Cohan loses a little bit of grip down on the bottom, had to get out of it, loses a little bit of his forward momentum, and here comes Dave Comstock here on the high side of Mike Kelly.
And right side, 2x2 as they come to the line. Down below, Mike Kelly still on the inside, the 42. Dave Comstock, they shoot off down the bad stretch here. On the inside behind him, Nick Cohan's battling Adam right there, who's got Anthony DeBarro tied to his back deck lid as they all storm out of the turn to complete this lap.
Yeah, how long are they going to be running side by side like this, Joe? With right now, Adam Gilliland is stuck in the middle. He's gonna choose to stay up on the high side there as Nick moves in on the bottom.
Well, right now, I'll tell you, they are been able to stay glued right there with Mike Kelly. He's down low. The 42 is up high. As long as they don't make contact or don't get tight down below and push up the track or loose nonetheless. Behind them, Adam Gillian. And remember, they're teammates, Dave Comstock and Adam. Adam got caught up in that wreck earlier on with Trey Edson, but he's back up there fighting for another stage win.
And can't blame him. And, he's in a pretty good line there. But Mike Kelly's making that low line look really good there. But all it takes is that one little slip, man. You got to think that the guy on your inside makes that one little slip, you could be gone. But, you got to trust in what you're doing and the guy next to you.
Well, he's got 9 more laps to think about what he needs to do. Can he get around that number 42 of David? David right now has had a very, very fast peel up underneath the hood of that machine. Right now, Mike Kelly takes it out front. For the moment, he's got Adam pushing him down the back stretch. And then you got another, Anthony DeBarro up top pushing Dave Comstock.
Yeah, and, this looks like the Mark Creighton says the 21 and the 27 are teammates, and here they are 3 wide crossing that start-finish line. Mike Kelly in the middle, and they get clear before they go into 1. So what a run there by the 27 of Anthony DeBarro. He might be the one that can take control of this race here. He's coming up on the back end of our leader, Dave Comstock. He's looking to the inside.
He's a silver bullet out there, Anthony DeBarro going for the lead, and he's going to take it.
He is got the car to do it for sure right now, especially on the tires that he's got.
Yeah, he's got a lot newer tires, man, than David Comstock. He's almost got 7-lap newer tires. Adam Gillian's got about 7 laps. So right now, the oldest guy on the oldest tires, David Comstock, you can see it is hurting his forward momentum as Anthony DeBarro has taken the lead right now to look to win the 3rd stage here tonight of the All-Star race and go for the 10-lap shootout. Adam back here with Jason Jabucky. I'm going to tell you, that kid just won't give up.
Jacoby, Joe. Jacoby.
What? Jacoby? Is it Jacoby?
Jacoby.
What I say?
Yeah, but it sounds good. Jabucky sounds.
Did I say Jabucky? My bad. Sorry, Jason, if you're watching, man, I apologize. I know you got 1,005,000 viewers out there, and they're all going, there's that Joe guy messing up names again. My bad.
Oh, it's all fun, man. We're up here just calling this, and, it's not the easiest thing to do. A lot of people have trouble with it. I still have trouble with it even after a few years. So, hey, you're the best one out there, Joe. You make mistakes, too.
I tell you, man, we're just up here having fun, and these guys on the track are having a ton of it. Anthony DeBarro, I've seen him do it time and time again on Monday nights. That man, he gets out front and he just sails on to the moon, and he's looking good in the Silver Bullet 27 right now. Dave Comstock's behind him. You got Adam Gillian right there in 3rd, and you said Jason, he's up on the 4th side. He won't give up even with that damage. If he's got a car, man, with 4 wheels and a steering wheel and a motor, he's going to bring that thing to the front, pedaling that thing faster than Fred Flintstone.
I'm surprised to see how fast David Comstock is on the older tires. You know, he's got guys that are all around him with fresher tires. You see what happened to Nicholas Cohan. He dropped all the way back to 6th. So Dave's really figured something out on the older tires of how to keep up that momentum and get that faster lap. And here comes some pressure now from behind there. Adam Gillen is starting to close in on him along with Jason Jacoby.
You know what we have seen, this is starting to look like the old style Charlotte style run here. The more you go, the more the tires kind of balance out. No matter if you've got older or newer, it's so hard to pass here, it's so hard to catch someone. All night long we have not seen it because the guys have just been on top of each other side by side. Now you're starting to see, like you alluded to, the David Comstock, he's got 21 lap tires, but the guys behind him are sitting on 15 lap style tires. Well, they just can't get that bike to get up there. They're so even, and even if they could catch him, it's passing him is the problem.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do. First, you got to have the right line. You know, is it the bottom, is it the top? You know, it just depends on what's going on at the moment. You know how your car's handling. Most of the time, it's going to be the top side. If you can get to the outside of them and you know, not really squeeze them down too far, but make them have to get out of the throttle just a little bit. And it kind of carries a little bit more momentum up there, so it's a little easier to pass if you can get to the outside. But it just depends on how the tires are, how the track's working out.
Right now, Scott Simley's the man trying to move up on the back end there. Jason, he sees they're battling up there with Adam as they'll go side by side for the moment. That's a good battle there for 3rd place.
Yeah, and I believe this is the final lap of the stage.
It is. Should see a caution. Anthony DeBarro is going to win this stage here tonight. As he's going to cross the line, they're going to let him go one more time. Nope, caution's out. Anthony Navarro is going to win stage 3 here tonight. Well, he got out front. Now everybody should pit. Come in here. Dizzy Motorsports on Anthony Navarro. Oh, he knocked him dizzy on that last stage right there. Let's bring him up here and get a word with him. Anthony Navarro, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Man, I tell you what, Dizzy Motorsports on, and man, you came through the front. I call you the Silver Bullet. You had a fast machine there. How's that thing feeling here for the last 10 lap?
Well, I think you take any of these 10 or so cars we got left and put them out front, they'll feel good. It gets pretty tight behind the other cars, but I was lucky to make a good move on David there, and I knew what I was doing. I just threw it into 3 and just try to get the air off his nose so I could clear him, and worked out pretty well, and I was able to get away. So we'll see if we get lucky here and get 4 tires on it, come off first, and have a good restart and see if we could protect the outside and see what we got.
Well, you know, you came through the front. You had those new tires. You obviously, man, you utilized them quite well. Good luck on this last 10 lap.
Thank you. I'll talk to you in a few.
All right, man. I tell you what, confidence right there, boy. I tell you.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, he sounds pretty confident, and I don't blame him, you know, the way that he took control of the stage and brought it home.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, definitely. So, who wins the battle off pit road here real quick?
Yeah, well, this might change it up just a little bit. Everybody's going to come in, get 4 tires and fuel. Probably be a good idea not to take fuel here, Joe. A little bit less weight in the back wouldn't hurt, especially on the initial start, considering they say it's a lot looser at the beginning. Well, it's only a 10-lap run, so I'm not taking fuel on this stop.
Okay. Well, from the pit stop that the number 27 did, he went 14.1. I would, and my thing is, obviously we don't know if they took fuel or not because we don't see a gas man coming out there, but he does win the battle off pit road. Normally we would sit up here in a normal race, we would say, why not take fuel? You got to take fuel, 4 tires anyways, but hey, I'm going to go along with what you said. Anything that's going to make that car lighter. Now, making it lighter, if these guys are having trouble holding it on the track, will that not make it a little bit looser and more treacherous than what they've been dealing with now?
You know, that's a good question, and I struggle sometimes when I'm coming down pit road because I want to take weight out of the rear to keep it from coming around, but also if you know, it also puts the spoiler up in there a little bit. So, you know, it's tricky. It's tricky, man. But I'm not taking fuel on this 10 lapper.
Strategy. That's what it boils down to. It's pick your poison. What you need, what you got to do to win this thing here tonight. 10 laps. The one thing about this 10 laps here is when we go back green, if there is cautions involved, none of those caution laps will count. So it's going to be a clean 10 laps. We're going to end this one in the green no matter what. If you saw the opener earlier on, if you didn't, rewind all the way back and go check that thing out. But the opener earlier on, we saw they had to do two. I think it was two green, white checkers, I believe it was. I know they did one. I think it did two of them. And we finally got it in the green and went on with it.
Yeah, and it's quite possible it'll happen here. All these drivers want to win, and you might have to, you know, do a little bump and run. And sometimes when the car's like handling like it is, you know, there's a little bitty bumps, ain't so little.
All right, Mark said he agrees with you. Short run, less fuel. He's going with it.
Yeah, you know, it's a catch-22. You know, it's, you know what they say: you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Either way, you got to have a fast car, and that sometimes helps you out a little bit.
There you go, man. I definitely would agree with you on that one. And we're going to get set here, folks. It's the final 10 laps to crown the All-Star here tonight. 3 stages. Trey Edson, the first one. Man with the second one out there was his teammate, Dave Comstock, and then Disney Motorsports, Anthony DeBarro, brought home stage number 3. Who's going to win it all, though? Because this is the important one. All the other ones, sure, hey, they're bragging rights. I won a stage in the All-Star race, but to sit and say you are the All-Star here in the Sim500, well, now's your opportunity. If you can put it in victory lane in his last 10 laps, definitely going to have that right to say it for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to win this one. You know, so bragging rights go a long way.
Lights off on the pace car. Anthony's going to do what he can to hold off David Comstock there. He's had a bad fast machine in himself. As when we go green, it's going to be lap 75. So, in theory, if it goes green the whole entire way, we'll be done at lap 85. But that's not usually how it works.
No, that's definitely not.
But our goal is to get to lap 85 under green, these last 10 laps. But, you know, it's go time. If I'm sitting in third, fourth place back out with Adam, Scott, I got nothing to lose. I mean, it's send it time. I got to go. You know, look, if you don't make me any birthday cake for my birthday because I wrecked you, yeah, I mean, well, it's an all-star race. We got to go. I wasn't doing the points race, but nonetheless, pace cars out of turn 4 in the pit road. Anthony DeBarro, he's going to get that start here. He's waiting. Gone. Green flags in the air, and he doesn't get the jump most we've seen all night.
Dave Comstock timed that perfect. I mean, he was really on the ball that time.
He did. I mean, normally we see guys get way out front all night long, but look at Dave Comstock. He is chewing the back end up of the 27 of Anthony DeBarro as they storm down the bad stretch here. And it's going to be the lap, but behind him, they're 3 wide, beating and banging. I said Scott Simley. He's back there in the mix with old Mike Kelly, Jason and the company. Those guys, man, want to get to the front.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that they will. I think they will. You know, all they got to do is, you know, be patient and keep their head in the draft, and they'll roll on up through there. Mike Kelly's got a fast race car. All those drivers are doing pretty good. The 88 of Jason Jacoby loses a little bit off of 2.
Shot up the track, almost into the turn, almost into the wall.
Yeah, he might be able to sniff out and catch back up, but, you know, oh, caution is out.
52 is around Sean Castro. Guess what? He finally showed up. His paint job. Got him in a green car.
So they're gonna.
He just lost it going to the turn. Go. All right. So the caution came out at what? Lap 77.
Yeah, they're gonna be going back green. It's gonna be 9 to go.
So we only got 1 lap One lap in there. So, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. Battle up front. Here's the thing. Keep this in mind. Remember Dave Comstock on old tires? He wasn't that far off from Anthony DeBarro, who had newer tires. Now they're on even tires. You saw him up there racing hard with Anthony. Wondered if that's got to be in the back of the mind of Anthony, like, man, he was able to hold pretty good on old tires. What's he going to do with these new ones? We just saw a little bit of right there. I don't think he's going to let Anthony DeBarro rest this entire race.
No, he's going to be breathing down his neck. If not, he's going to be breathing along the front side of him. So he's going to be there regardless, I think.
And they were side by side when that caution came out there. I think Anthony just had the nose out front for the moment. Going to put Dave Comstock in second. Mike Kelly and company behind him. Scott Simley. We said it before. He's there in fourth. Justin Fuller's hanging on to the fifth place spot. Don't count him out. He could bring that thing to the front still. You know, Chris Jaboo, he's up there with Nicholas Cohan, Daniel Falkingham, Adam Gillian, Chad Coleman rounds the top 10 here tonight. So we got some heavy hitter names in the top 10 right now.
Yeah, still some fast race cars out there.
Whew. I don't even know who to pick to win this one. I mean, because at this moment, it still could be any one of those top 10 guys.
I totally agree with you, Joe. Yeah, top, really, any of these drivers, man, as long as they got the car to go with it, you know, a clean race car, any of these drivers can get it done.
Well, we've already seen the beating and banging. They're not scared to get up there and rub paint with each other and knock a few fenders around. So that's obviously something you got to keep in the equation here. Anthony and David, if they get up there and tangle with each other, they very well could, you know, spin each other out, wreck each other. Then you've got guys sitting back there like Justin Fuller, Nick Cohan, Adam, Chris, all back there going, well, hey, next thing you know, it's like the Red Sea's parting. We got a chance.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So with 9 to go,
asleep, man.
No, just listening. Yeah, I mean, you got some pretty good analogies, you know, like what you say is exactly what I'm thinking. So, you know, I mean, it's kind of hard to follow up sometimes.
Well, our good buddy and rest his soul, Tim McBriar, used to always say he had ESP. And I used to always go, because he'd always go, Joe, how'd you know what I was thinking? I said, man, look, we're like connected. I don't know what it is. It was awesome.
Yeah. My mom and dad say that ESP stuff.
ESP. I said, was it ESP or ESPN? I don't know which one it was. I mean, hey.
ESP,
like,
that means you know what's going on.
Yeah.
What somebody's thinking.
I prefer the ESPN, you know. The coverage is great, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that sports channel thing.
Yeah, sports channel, yeah. Oh, man. And, you know, folks, if you don't know what we're talking about, obviously, man, long-time colleague, man, like a brother to me. See him in the far corner down there. Tribute, like I said, he'll be immortalized here on this channel. Tim McBrayer, man, you know, the old gentleman who used to be in the booth with me a long time, and Daryl was a good buddy with him also, and our hearts go out to him passing away, and been a tough thing here on the channel, but appreciate all the support of everybody out there. And I know he's looking down on the night going, man, Gerald and Joe in the booth. Boy, that's awesome. You know, he's got to be smiling ear to ear.
Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, he's loving this race, too.
Oh, yeah. He would have had a field day with this kind of calling of a race here tonight, because the action has been fast, fierce, nonstop from the green flag, from the opener to even when the qualifying, which was just crazy unique, to this All-Star right here, man. This is just what you talk about. It just has been phenomenal show put on by the Sim500. Justin Fuller's done a great job organizing this thing tonight. And you know, we've had fun out here bringing the action to all y'all folks out there. As we're getting set here, all right, when they cross the line, it'll be lap 81. You said it'll be 9 laps. So let me see if my calculator's right. That'll put us at lap 90 is what we're looking for if we go green. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Good calculations. All right. I'm on top, but I don't use Common Core. I just use math.
And I just follow along.
I'm good at doing that sometimes too. Oh, Anthony Navarro is going to have to try to get another jump. And can Dave Comstock? He got a good restart that last time. Pace car's out of turn 4. Going to drop off on pit road. Here we go. Anthony Navarro up front. Pace car's in. Can Anthony get a good jump? David is right there again. They're side by side.
Yeah, Dave didn't quite time that as well as he did the last time, but he's definitely out there pretty good on him.
Well, right now you see him nose to tail. Boy, David Comstock is eating a back tail bumper off the back end of the 27 of Anthony as they storm off down the bad stretch. He wants that lead as we're going to have 9 to go here. They cross this line this time by. Man, it'll be 8 laps left in this one. Mike Kelly's right there in the mix too. Everybody's kind of single file. Wondering if they're going to try to play it patient, which probably not, but hey, you never know.
Yeah, they could, they could wait, say, hey, I'm going to wait till 3 to go or something. But, it's really hard to do that, especially when you got a really fast race car. Looks like Dave said, no, I'm not waiting on anything. Moves to the outside of him.
You're right. He stormed to the outside. That guy's got a fast hot rod here. And he's got the move. He's got the momentum coming out of turn 4. It's a drag race to the line. But I tell you what, Anthony Navarro would have had that by mere inches. And at that moment, right there, Dave Comstock to the outside contact. I said they're not scared to trade paint. Anthony Navarro into the wall.
Yeah, he goes around. That's going to pull out another caution here.
Wow. Man, I said it on the caution. We were talking about it. These guys are not afraid to get up there and beat and bang tonight. There's nothing to lose. You got to put it all on the table. Look at that contact between them. And then when that happened, he went up there to try to block, and when he did, it got the car squirrely. I think he went up there to try to maybe block the run coming off the turn, and when he did, it got that car squirrely. He went up into the wall. Nothing he could do is destroys the number 27, Anthony Navarro did. Woo! Just chaotic racing. So we completed
wild.
2 laps.
Yeah, it's going to be 7 to go.
All right. Keeping track of it for you folks. Oh, I tell you, this is wild. This is exciting. You gotta get excited. If this ain't, man, got your hair, man, jumping up and down, your heart trying to jump out your chest, get more medicine. That's all I can say.
Yeah, or take less.
That too. Or, see a shrink tomorrow, man. Call the doctor. Tell him, man, you need something because you got to be dead. I don't know what else to do that's going to get you running around the house, the neighbor yelling, man, because this type of racing has just been thrilling.
Yeah, something's wrong with you. That's for sure.
And we ain't done yet. We're not done.
It's just now getting started, Joe.
Boy, it's about the heat, man. What Mark's out there, man? It's about to boil over. You're right, man. This place is about to erupt at Charlotte. We're gonna have a winner. Somebody's gonna win this race, whether it's the pace car or somebody. Because hey, there's a possibility the pace car could win this race. There's no cars left.
Yeah, and thinking about this last caution here, the way that it happened, they make a little bit of contact. Dave Comstock gets a little squiggly. He saves it, and then all of a sudden, Anthony Navarro's loose right in front of him.
Yep.
And more contacts. So
it looked like an overcorrection on Anthony Navarro's part there when he tried to get up high there. That car just came out from under him.
Yeah, well, maybe when they had made that initial contact, they was both loose there. So,
Yep.
We wouldn't know unless we were in the car, and that's just what it looked like from where I'm at.
That's it. I mean, we can only see what we see, and right now is a good one. Now, Scott Simley, I got to say right now is probably the car that I'm looking at. I see a couple of the other ones up there got front end damage. He's the only one that looks kind of clean right there. So he might be the sleeper here. He might be, instead of smiling, grinning.
Yeah, and plotting.
Yeah, going. So we'll have to see. And obviously, it looks like Dave Comstock? Who's that? Is that Justin Fuller? Oh, it's Justin Fuller. Okay, he's going to fall back to 4th. My bad. Yeah, he looks the cleanest amongst those cars up there. You see, Justin's got a little damage on the nose. Dave's got some. Mike's got some. Nick's got a little bit on the rear. His nose looks pretty good. But Scott right there, if he can keep that thing clean, and then you got guys back here you got to look at too. Chad Coleman, he's back there in the mix. Don't count him out.
Yeah, don't count anybody out. And I think the 2 and the 12 is looking really good, which is Mike Kelly and Scott Simley. They're looking really good there. But you got teammates going to be right beside them there. It's going to be Dave Comstock and Justin Fuller lined up on the outside. Both of those cars have a little bit of front end damage.
Yeah, that 12, I'm seeing him. I got a close up, but he looks clean. He's looking clean.
Yeah, oh, he's definitely looking good, and I think Mike Kelly the same way. So those 2 cars right there.
Coleman's all tore up. Yeah, Coleman ain't got a front end. Nick Cohan, his front end's good. He's got rear end. It might hurt him on some stability there, but his front end looks pretty good. I mean, just looking through. Mike Kelly, you just said it right there. He's got a touch on the front. Shouldn't hurt him too bad. Dave Comstock actually has a little bit more front end damage than what Mike does there. Justin, he's got some on the front, so obviously the top 3 or 4 guys, most of them up there have damage. It just kind of shows you, man, what kind of carnage has happened here tonight.
Absolutely. Yep, so there's 7 to go here on this restart, and that's plenty of time for anybody to move up, even if you're a little bit further back. So 7 laps is a long way to go.
So we're looking for lap 95 when we go green. I just counted that on my hands, by the way. Fingers. That's my calculator. You know what? I have to, man. I can't think of that stuff in my head. There's no way. Well, Dave Comstock, we'll have to see if he has his work cut out for him here. You got Mike Kelly up there. We'll see. Everybody, now the top 4 guys are all on the same lap tires. Chad Coleman is sitting on there on 9 lap old tires, so they're on about 6 more lap better tires. We'll see if that pays dividends, if it goes kind of long green flag here, or if it's going to be kind of a trade-off to where it's going to be hard to pass. We'll just have to keep an eye on that and see what he can do throughout the field. He does have a clean car. Well, Chad don't have a clean car. Nick has a clean car, and he's on newer tires. We'll just have to see what that does. Pace car's out turn 4. Drop off on that pit road again here. Here we go. Man up front, Mike Kelly. Green flag flies. We're back racing.
Green flag, green flag.
I'll tell you what, look at Scott Simley, man. He got a run on Justin Fuller, and he's going to push him into the turn.
Yeah, and he's got one of the cleanest cars as well. So, you know, if he can get to the outside of the 51, he might be able to make that pass. Here comes the 21 of Nick.
Nick is another one who's got a pretty clean car for the most part on the back. You know, his backside's got a little damage, but right now he's going to battle alongside. You got the 51 Justin Fuller 3 wide. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to see if this works. Oh, in the grass. Oh, almost had to pass the grass style there. They're still 3 wide in the turn.
Holy, wow, that was a crazy little shortcut, I guess.
Man, and he held on to it. Awesome driving by Nick Cohan right there. If the man says he sucks, well, there wasn't nothing man sucked about that move because he held on to it. Fantastic is what I'm going to say. He's still battling it out with Scott Simley. Look out, battle for the lead. Mike Kelly's up there with Dave Comstock. They're 3 wide again. Adam Gillian is thinking about 4.
Yeah, and they just got the 5 to go that time by. Mike Kelly looking good out front. Look at the 88 of Jacoby. He had, and then he gets loose on the apron, loses all of his momentum. Great save, though.
I think he hit the inside wall. He finally hit the inside wall, went off on the track there. No caution. We're back to green, but that was a good slide job by him. He was coming up through the field. These guys are hammering on each other. Nick Cohan's coming to the front. Can he run down Mike Kelly? Scott Simley back there trying to hold off the man of old Justin Fuller in the 51. David Comstock up top right there. Adam Gillian's down low. I mean, any one of these drivers could take this thing home.
Yeah, but there's only one of those cars out there, which is Adam Gilliland, that has the fresh tires. Adam Gilliland's really got a good shot at this one.
Yes, he does, and right now you can see he's been able to pin that thing down low on the bottom of the track right now. He'll go door to door with Nick Cohan. Oh, as you see, Mike Kelly's trying to protect that inside lane because I believe he knows if Adam gets a run on the inside, he'll take it. It'll be all a matter of fact if he gets a run on the high side. Boy, Nick Cohan is pushing for everything he's got.
Yeah, and I believe this is 3 to go right here, or 2.
It is, man, right now. Great. Oh, Adam up the track. And that just like that, that's what can happen. You can get pushed up the track very easily. I mean, these guys are just putting it all on the line. And, blown motor. Dave Comstock's out of it. The motor just expired. You saw it go boom. It is done and over with. But Adam Gillian is not giving up. He's coming back to the front.
Here comes Nick. He's got a good run and a good car, so he's going to have to figure out how to get around him. It's possibly the white flag. I haven't really been counting, but it's either 2 to go or 1 to go.
Mike Kelly right now has been able to hold them off, but on the high side, Nick Cohan got the nose up there. Adams down low. They'll go door to door. Adams says it. Oh, they're contact. Oh, wrecking.
Mike Kelly.
Man, and that shot Adam Gillian down the front. He came back up onto the front. Nick Cohan cautions out. That was a race to the end. We're going to go back and recap what just happened because I got a feeling Adam Gillian, folks, just went through the grass and won the All-Star race through the grass. Earnhardt never did it. But that is a pass in the grass we just saw right there.
Yes, sir.
Let me show you on high and wide what Adam Gillian just did. Out of turn 4, bounced it off the wall, went off down through the infield, and passed him at the line to win the Sim500 All-Star race with a true pass in the grass here tonight. What a finish for that man in the 81. Wow.
And that was after coming back from his little contact, when he got pushed up the track and lost a little bit of ground, and come back strong, didn't he?
Are they going to give it to him? That's the thing.
Yeah, he got knocked into there. He didn't turn into it on purpose. So, it just depends on what they say, I guess.
Well, they got Scott Simley still out here, but we'll wait for confirmation on whether or not that was, but either way, he made the pass in the grass. That was a true pass in the grass. Wow, what a finish to that one. They got him back in 6th. They got Scott Simley out front. David Falkingham right there in 2nd, and Jason DeColby 3rd. But obviously that's because, this thing keeps just flipping and flipping. So I'm going to say Anthony DeBarro is our winner. Are you hearing race control there?
No confirmation yet.
Adam Gillian, excuse me.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with as well. The 81.
Are we hearing anything from Justin Fuller on race control?
Not quite yet. They're reviewing it.
All right, well, we'll give a second here, folks, and let them review, and even so, we'll bring up Adam if he does, and we'll get who finished in 2nd, 3rd, because it was chaotic on who would have finished there. But, Gerald, that pass, that they immortalized Earnhardt on a bump in the pass and staying in the lead and said it was a pass in the grass. That right there, what we just saw, he got bumped into the infield and passed them still to the checkered and won the race.
Yeah, and he was forced down there. It's not like he did it, intentionally, and it worked out for him. So I congratulate him on it.
Awesome.
And absolutely, he will be our All-Star winner.
All right, well, let's bring up Adam Gillian with the move of the century of iRacing. I mean, somebody's got to highlight this and send it to iRacing and say, here's what a pass in the grass looks like at Charlotte Motor Speedway, because this guy pulled it off. Wow. Are they saying who's in second?
Yeah, we got Mike Kelly in second and Scott Simley in third.
All right, teammates right there. So let's bring up Mike Kelly, Scott Simley up here. Want to get a word with those. Mike, it's Joey in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you, Joe.
What a wild one, man, to finish this one off here, the All-Star. What was your view on that last lap?
Whew, man. I say, that's one of the probably most exciting finishes I've ever been involved in. You know, I was getting tight about the middle of those runs, and I knew the timing of it was going to be bad there. And, of course, right there about right before the white flag, I was getting tight again. And I knew I was going to be trouble with those guys trying to sneak under me, and I just did what I could coming out of 4. Car pushed up. Gilliland was down on the bottom. He seemed to have pushed up into Nick a little bit, and then that caused some kind of net code deal. Clipped me. I was probably going to scrape the wall anyway, but then that really jacked me up when that happened, and I shot back down into him. And I guess I got second. That was a wild one.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it, man. It was awesome to watch all night long through this whole All-Star race. Y'all guys did a fantastic job, and to cap it off with a phenomenal ending here. Man, you got anybody you want to shout out?
Well, I want to shout out to David Comstock. He ran a great race, and I got a little late into the entry trying to maximize as much track as I could there going into the corner. We had some great racing through that whole race, and I screwed up there and got in a little high and probably ruined his race. I'm sure he's quite PO'd at me, but that was not intentional, and sorry I messed up his race to set up a good finish for myself. But it's an all-star race, man. That's the way it goes. And heck, my first time on, get to talk to you guys, so I got to thank Sarah, Kelly, and Sewell, personal injury attorneys, my sponsor for the season. And as always, everybody at Turn 1 Heroes. Scott Simley ran a pretty darn good race tonight, raced his way in through the open. Thanks to Justin Fuller and Sean Casto and everybody who put this together. It was a lot of fun, great event, and thanks to you guys for putting it on. And I had a hell of a lot of fun there tonight.
Oh, absolutely, man. It was an awesome race, man. Again, congratulations on that run here tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I'll tell you what. Scott Simley left the server, so we won't get a word in with him. So, well, we're going down here to our winner, Adam Gillian, who, folks, let me tell you, God did the move of the century. Adam, Joy in the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, my hat's off to you, because somebody's going to have to clip it and send it to iRacing and say, this is what a pass in the grass looks like. You did it from it. You got knocked down there, went through the infield, passed them, won this thing, would not be denied. But along with that, you're the All-Star winner here for the Sim500, my friend. And not only that, I mean, you could say you're the greatest tonight. You got the bragging rights, and you can say, I got skills.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to think about coming back to win that thing after all the damage I got earlier in the race. So I still can't believe how those final laps unfolded. I hated that it came to I mean, it looked cool from the broadcast, but I hated that it ended like that. Never want to see contact or anything like that for the win. Mike was pushing and I was pushing. We were both going for it. And then when I moved up, because I was tight, I got hit in the right rear by Cohan, and it just started kind of like a chain reaction net code and hooked him. So, like I said, you never like to win that way, but that's racing, going for the All-Star win, and hope it was exciting for you guys.
Oh, it definitely was awesome to watch and awesome to see. I mean, but the composure for you to hold on to it. I mean, Nick did an awesome save going through the grass there earlier on to hold on to the car. You did a phenomenal job to hold on to it coming out of the turn. I mean, you guys, man, like I said, you battled back all night long to get this win. You're the all-star winner. That means you're going to be the all-star here of the Sim500. You're the man on top right now with the bragging rights for the rest of the season. I tell you, got anybody you want to shout out for this victory tonight?
Yeah, I just got to thank Sean Casto and everyone who's donated for this race. It's Justin Fuller for organizing it. You know, it was a great event. It wasn't planned originally at the start of the season. And boy, I had a lot of fun tonight, whether it be the guys transferring in the open, watching that event, and the qualifying. It was a lot of fun getting onto pit road full speed. Congrats to my teammate Comstock on getting the pole there. Also got to thank Gary Mercer Trucking. They've been a longtime supporter of mine, and everyone at the Sim Racing Network for putting this on.
Oh, no doubt about it, man. It's awesome, man, to definitely see. And I do appreciate it there, Adam, man. Again, putting it in victory lane here tonight for the all-star race of the Sim500. Man passed him in the grass. I mean, he was almost on pit road passing him, but he won it nonetheless. Again, congratulations, Adam Gillian.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, I tell you what, man, what a thriller. I don't know what else to say other than, wow, that was awesome to watch, from the opener to the unique qualifying style to the all-star event. I mean, I had fun tonight. Gerald, any final thoughts on it?
I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad all the drivers came out and ran this event here tonight, and it's a pleasure being up here with you. And thanks to Sim500 for inviting me over for this, and of course all the people out there watching. And congratulations to the winner. And you know, I think all the drivers out there did a phenomenal job for the setup they had here tonight. So I really enjoyed myself here, Joe.
Oh, I had a blast. I mean, if you can't tell, man, well, I don't know what else way to say it. But it was great racing. It was fun to watch, and it was fun to be up here calling with Gerald. I mean, it's just all the way around. Again, congratulations to all the winners here tonight. But Adam Gillian taking home the top prize of All-Star here tonight in the All-Star race for the Sim500 Esports Racing League. Well, we're going to leave Charlotte here in a thriller. Everyone, have a good night.